Did you know your skin is the largest organ of your body? Huh? That's why you should shower with Old Spice Super Hydration Body Wash instead of plain old bar soap. Love your skin by super hydrating it with vitamin B3 and glorious notes of vanilla and shea. Did you know that my super hydrated skin is the second largest organ of my body? The first is my heart. Old Spice. Men have skin too. Old Spice Super Hydration Body Wash. 24/7 renewing moisture. With daily use.
We expect our information in real time. US Med carries continuous glucose monitors, which provide real-time readings of blood glucose levels. US Med is an approved provider for Medicare and over 500 private insurers. So call 888-665-0696 today for a free insurance and Medicare benefits check as easy as... That's 888-665-0696.
At the Home Depot, we know you can't control everything, like when your guests arrive too early for Saturday college football. But you can control your grill. With the Traeger Timberline XL, you can watch the game, not the grill. Monitor your football feast from anywhere using the Traeger app. With the Timberline XL, you can bake, smoke, sear, fry, and sauté. That's Desmond Howard level versatility.
Huddle up, the food's done.
Defend your game time with Traeger and the Home Depot. How doers get more done.
ABC Wednesdays.
Y'all complain all day. We want books. We want paper towels in the classroom. Bet you want raises, too.
I'm still waiting on the paper towels.
Abbott Elementary returns with a new season.
We asked the district for more after-school programs. They gave us $50 for class pets instead.
Critics cheer. Abbott Elementary continues to be one of the funniest and most beloved shows on TV.
What y'all doing out there?
Taking bribes.
Proud of y'all.
Abbott Elementary, Wednesdays, 9:30, 8:30 Central on ABC and stream on Hulu.
You know, we took our freedom from Britain, but they kept the bidets. Put some of that shit on.
Bing, bam, bam, yeah. Bing, but
Duty in here. I'm glad
Really?
you're not here, Cappy.
Really?
Yeah,
It really is.
You know what? Everybody's worried about who's getting voted in today on this election day. Live Imaging Tuesday, Sedano Kap. No more toilet paper. Use wipes.
Oh, yeah, wet wipes are good.
Got to clean everything up.
Really?
Or use a bidet. Cappy particularly likes a bidet because he likes that feeling.
I do, but I will just say
Let's
this.
turn Cappy down a little bit. He's a little hotter than us. And frankly, my head is already hurting from the day.
All right, I just want to say one thing. Rachel's house, nice and warm, the water. My house, ice cold.
The bidets?
The bidet, yeah.
You have a bidet at your house? You didn't let me use it.
Well, you can use it anytime you like, but it's one of those bidets that my dad got for like $29.99 on Amazon and then had to Jimmy rig the whole thing to get it to actually work.
Yeah.
You know? Now, Christopher, I noticed today on Election Day,
yes,
you are wearing the same exact T-shirt that I'm wearing.
Yachtley
Yachtley
Crew
Crew 2024.
Yes.
Red, white, and smooth. I feel like you're making a political statement as I am.
Well, you know what my political statement is? It's to the circle. 2024, no manches, okay? That's it. Enough. I am done with you mother bleepers. You mother bleepers, okay? You have, honestly, I let you guys kind of police yourselves and you act like a bunch of freaking animals, okay? You can't get along. Everyone's fighting with each other, all right? God forbid I gave you a little freedom, right? Because it's America, Jack. I was here to give you freedom.
On this election day.
But you couldn't handle. You couldn't handle it. So you know what? I'm here to breathe fire. Dead meow, shut the bleep up. Okay? Enough of you. All right? Yeah. No manches. Okay? 2024, no manches, dead meow. Okay?
Okay, but hold on.
Hold on, I'm not done.
He's not
I
done.
want to know what happened.
Yo, Sacco boy. Okay? No manches. Okay, Mr. Sacco? No manches. Yeah. I mean, basta. It's enough. Like, enough. I'm tired of it.
They just want attention.
I'm tired. Wait, right. But here's the thing.
We've all been so busy the last several months, we haven't been paying attention to them.
Christopher's literally having panic attacks, okay, trying to run this place.
That's true, actually.
And you guys are acting like a bunch of buffoons. You get free entertainment every single day on this radio station. Forget about just this show. On this station, you get free, okay, gratis, okay, entertainment on a daily basis. And all you do most of you in that group, here's the thing. There's 2,200 people in there, and I know that because I approve and deny everyone. I literally check their bios and check to see if they're a bot or not, if they actually listen to the show.
Did you say bot?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you said, never mind. Go ahead.
No.
Bot.
Literally.
Okay, I do all that. I vet every single person that has been approved into that thing.
Oh, boy.
Okay? And what happens is, like everything, it gets ruined by a bunch of numbskulls.
Like 5 of them.
Okay? And what I'm saying to you, 5 numbskulls, I love you, but stop being a pain in my ass. Stop being a pain in everyone's ass. Just act like a normal human being. Like, I get it. We razz each other. Okay? And I don't have a problem with razzing each other in there either. But let's not be jerks. Okay? And for the last several months, you've all been big, fat jerks. Okay? And I'm done with it. I mean, if you guys don't act like human beings, I am shutting that thing down.
I think we should shut it down. We should shut it down.
Okay?
Shutting it down, burning
We should
it down.
shut it down.
Okay? I am going to breathe fire like a Targaryen dragon on King's Landing. Okay?
Get out.
All good. I have no issue with anything you just said. I'm proud of you,
All
George.
these pieces of garbage.
I'm proud of you.
No, I'll say it.
I know what
All
you
these
did there.
pieces of garbage
No,
to
no,
talk
don't do
about
that,
how
but
great
that's
they like to ding us. Oh, the radio station used to be better. Yeah, when nobody cared about who the listeners were, especially certain types of listeners.
Whoopie-doo.
Okay, this radio station used to love to do remotes in Manhattan Beach and all that. Beto knows. The South Bay was king, man. Okay, so we could go back to those days. We could shut the communities down. You don't have a voice anymore. And we'll ignore you at remotes. We could do that.
All right.
But we wanted to make it a family, a la familia.
Yeah, I've been in the darkness. You got to go in there, make peace with it.
Like Leo Hirsch just said on Twitter. I'm like, when Ari Gold went with the paintball gun.
Oh, that was great, yeah.
In the episode at Entourage and just started blasting everyone at the rival agency. That's what I'm doing right now. Because yes, you're acting like buffoons.
Okay, but hold on.
Stop acting like buffoons.
But hold on.
Well, I mean, Cappy's job is to act like a buffoon, frankly.
Yeah, let me ask
No,
you a
but
quick
that's
question,
like
though.
he's paid for that.
Well, no,
Right.
that's what they don't get. We're paid for this.
Well, let me ask a question though, because I think you need to back up a hair.
What?
You've given us the fire. You've breathed dragon fire Targaryen style all over everybody. But go back to the beginning of the story. What is the issue?
It's just they all complain about this has been boiling over for months.
I can feel it.
All they do is complain. Complain about every show, complain about every person who works here.
Who does? Who?
All of them.
No, call them out by name.
I just said dead meow. Mr.
Literally.
Sacco. No manches.
I don't even know who Mr. Sacco is.
That's Big O.
Our guy Omar.
Oh, my God. Mr. Sacco is Big O?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Now, I got to say something about Big O.
Chion.
He has been doing a lot of complaining.
Yeah.
He is, and he's doing
But the thing is, when we
And
see
you
him
know what, Big E? You're a big mother bleeper, but you too. Tú algunas veces
Yeah, but he's-
te tengo que dar papao.
Sí.
But he's got
That's
good.
a Cuban accent. I don't even know what he said.
I don't know what he said
I'll
either,
tell you
but-
what he said. He said, "Tu agua para usted."
But
That's what he said.
Big E's got good smoke, though.
He does?
Yeah,
Got good weed?
He's got good smoke.
Really? You get it from Chris Ward?
I don't know, but he's got good smoke.
All right, got it.
But Big
Got
E
it.
can be annoying too. But Big E doesn't. It's a tone thing. Big
But
E,
George-
we know he's joking around.
But George, what
Yeah,
set
Big
you
E's
over
cool.
the top?
No, I love Big E, actually. Yeah.
What set you over the top?
Honestly, he's one of my favorites.
He's got those big
But
hands.
you know what? Not right now. You're not one of my favorites, you mother bleeper.
Imagine those big hands on your body. I mean, he's got those big hands.
What, you want him all over your body?
No, I'm just saying.
Your body.
Sounds like you want him on your body.
No.
Sounds like you
Continue.
want his big
You
mitts
know
all
what?
over you.
You know what?
Cappy, you a freak, man.
Leo Hirsch is on the money here. He says, sit down in the circle. You're a piece of poo. Like the way it smells in this studio for some reason. Why does it smell like poo in here?
It's that chair. Did you spray it?
I'm in a different chair.
Well, why'd you put it closer to me? I don't want it in there.
She didn't even go in there
Who
today.
pooped in this place?
It wasn't me. I get to be. I'm innocent today. Usually it's me. Usually
is
I
you.
crap my pants and then you can't get rid of it. Today I'm innocent.
Did you change and leave your underpants behind?
No,
Kathy?
Lindsay Baseball.
It smelled
I
like that
promise
yesterday
you.
when I got here.
I promise you, it's not me.
Oh my God! But anyway, long story short, enough. Okay, you either act like civil people, or I'm burning this bleep down.
See,
Let's be serious. You can't say that. Like it's not. Nothing's gonna change.
he can delete it.
Twitter is a very.
I could totally delete it.
Twitter, I feel like Twitter has turned into, especially over the past year, 2 years, it's gotten increasingly more negative. Like where people just go there to bitch.
It used to be fun.
It did.
And
It
you
was.
guys stopped me. And you know who kind of also, you know who set me over the edge? Not in a bad way.
I'm gonna guess. Let me guess.
Who?
Let me guess. Crypto Ray.
No, Raider Rubin.
Oh.
Raider Rubin.
What's his problem?
Who just he doesn't have a problem.
Oh.
He literally said this is not the same anymore. And you know what I said? You know what? You're right.
Yeah. I thought it was Crypto Ray because he put out that hat today, that red hat that said "Make the Circle Great Again."
I mean,
that's true,
it
yeah.
has been pretty bad ever since Crypto Ray kind of left the
that
scene.
is true,
He
yeah.
went to the other place nobody talks to.
Just saying.
Nah, but he did it for a reason. He was right.
He was right about what?
He was first.
Listen. You need to act like human beings towards each other,
Because-
okay? And that's it.
Because when you see us in person, hey guys, we're sorry. Oh, Lindsay, why'd you block me? I'm sorry. That's what you guys do in person, which is fine.
You're great. I love you.
Yeah. I
Or
love
when you
you.
went
You're
in
so
the
beautiful.
YouTube chat and all of a
They
sudden,
call me beautiful, not her
right?
necessarily.
You went in the YouTube chat like I told you, and everybody
Oh,
was scattered
Chewy.
like
oh yeah.
rats.
That one
Nobody
day
said
when
nothing.
Beto told me that one guy who gives like everybody a hard time, some loser in there constantly, and then he's like, "Hey man, we just disagree with the radio station," and I'm like, "Yeah, you listen."
And let me explain something.
You
to
listen
you.
9
Keep
hours
going.
a day.
No,
Keep
wait.
going,
I'm
George.
not done.
Keep going.
I'm not done. You just
Keep
reminded
going.
me of something else.
Dad's
Keep
very
going.
quiet of the YouTube
What
chat.
else you got to say?
Let me
Oh,
just
turn that down. Hold on. Turn that
let me
down.
just explain something to you.
Go ahead.
I have been here now, okay, for over 8 years on this radio station, okay? Right now, this place, for Christopher having panic attacks and all, okay? This place has never, ever been a better place where everybody, for the most part here, inside these walls, gets along, okay? Where it feels like there is synergy from all sides of the building, all the different sides of the building.
Go on.
Okay? In my 8 years here, it's never been like this. There's always been this little clique versus that little clique, and this faction versus that faction.
And
Hell, it was why the joke, honestly, part of why we created the community was also to create a community, but just to make, honestly, it was like an ironic thing to make fun of the fact that, okay, like, because remember, we used to get treated on this show like we were the redheaded stepchildren.
Yeah, we were the outcasts.
Okay, so you know what I did? So I created the community because I'm like, all right, then we got a bunch of redheaded stepchildren. Okay, so all you guys who are pining for the days of old, those days of old, those people didn't want you. Those people didn't want you around.
That's true.
Those people. The reason we started this was so you could be part of the outcast group, right? The group that actually cares about other people. The group that didn't want to be a clique. It wanted to be a community. So you know what? Act like it. If not, I'm turning this bleep off.
Turn it off. Do it. Let's see you do it. I see you do it.
It's my show.
Woo!
And by the way, we also make money now. We're actually profitable, which is different than it was.
There's
2 years
true.
ago.
That is
Let's
also
also
true.
break that out.
And I know that bothers people when we use that as a statement, but that's part of business is we have to make money or the radio station won't exist. The radio station almost didn't exist.
It almost did. If Good Karma Broadcasting did not come in to help and partner up with ESPN, this station, it certainly wouldn't exist in the incarnation that it is currently.
No.
It would not have existed in this particular fashion.
It was months away from being gone. And really, the Black Hand, known as George Sedano, the Godfather, he is the one who is responsible for
I don't know
keeping
about
this
any
place
of that.
What did he do?
Well, first of all, him and me saved your career, you stinking scumbag.
See, I disagree with that. I believe I made your career.
No,
I
you did
believe
not.
I made you.
I was
like,
here
you were
long
a
before
nobody.
you.
You were a nobody who anybody had
No, I
ever
was just
heard of
working with
before.
Keyshawn
you
Johnson
were a
every
nothing.
morning.
You were a nobody. Nobody ever heard of you before. All right, until I showed up and I made you a
San
star.
Diego
I made
scumbag.
you a star. Is what I did. You were a nothing nobody who anybody had ever heard of you before,
And
and
let me
I
give
made
you
you a
this.
star.
Let me give you one final statement on that.
All right, go
on
ahead.
Friday,
Yeah.
when that YouTube started going, and Morales, I gotta go. It's 9 a.m. I got a flight. The YouTube numbers kept going up.
Right,
And that
'cause-
was literally a one shot of me banging phone calls like JT the Brick in 1999. So what does that say about you?
It says bang, bang, bang is what it says.
Bang, bang, choo, choo, bang. Here we
That's
go.
right.
All
That's what it says.
All right, that's it. We're done here. So either listen,
Don't. I'm scared.
listen, either get in line, okay, or it's over. Okay? No more screwing around, Circle. You hear me? Enough.
Don't you want to go back to the original person though, who is to blame for all of this?
No, they're all to blame.
No,
okay?
no. You know who to blame.
Well, I already called some people out.
No, the person sitting next to you is the guy to blame.
Oh, Christopher? You think
Yeah.
Christopher's the reason?
Oh, Chris blew
Why,
his
'cause he
whole thing
riles
up.
them up?
No, he blew the whole thing up.
Nah, but they keep going every single day, looking at the YouTube.
Yeah, even
they
you know what he
tag
did? He
everybody all day long,
empowered
Dad.
Dead Me Out.
You know what
That's
you guys
happened.
are?
I didn't.
You know what you guys are in the circle? You ever remember that? You remember that old cartoon with the two crows, Heckle and Jekyll?
Yeah.
It's literally like a bunch of Heckle and Jekylls in there. All right? You guys, you know how you used to make fun of Mason and Ireland being the two old Muppets or whatever? That's all of you right now. Okay?
And they're all hiding in the YouTube chat. I know you're watching. Nobody's typing right now.
All right,
and
enough.
by the way, it's not
All
a
right,
bit
enough.
either.
Act like a normal human being, or it's over.
Is this Heckle and Jekyll?
It is Heckle and Jekyll.
Wow. Nicely done.
I
That
love
is
Heckle
nice.
and Jekyll. Yeah. All right, we're done here.
Bye.
Cappy, tell us about your new friends. Ooh, you got new friends at Ocean Subaru Fullerton.
Well, yeah, this is a new partner alert.
And we're going
right?
to get into the Rams, Chargers, and the Raiders. Although
your breath.
Alex,
your breath, man.
Alex, the security guard, told me, "Can you please not?" And I'm like, "Just a little bit." And he's like, "Okay, a little bit is fine."
This is nice that Ocean Subaru is your new partner because now you can. Ocean Subaru is not far from my house. You
Right.
can pick me up more often.
Let me tell you something. I was there yesterday. So yesterday we were not on the air, obviously. Lakers took over. And I went to visit Omar, the general manager at Ocean Subaru. And you've heard me talk about Subaru for a long time, the brand. And why? Because you love the technology, the versatility, the reliability, the all-wheel drive. I love all of those things. Spacious and sporty. But now I want to talk not just about the brand Subaru. I want to talk about where to buy your next Subaru, and that's Ocean Subaru of Fullerton. Their general manager, Omar, I visited with him yesterday. 22 years in the U.S. Army. Thank you, Omar, for your service. I said it to him yesterday. I'm going to say it to him on the air right now. He took all those lessons that he learned in the Army, and then when he got out of the Army, after he tried to figure out what he was going to do, he got into the car business. 10 years later, he's running the joint, okay? You're going to love the Subaru experience. You're going to love the safety of the vehicle, and you're going to love what happens when you go to buy or lease at Ocean Subaru. See Omar. He sets the tone, and he's going to set you up with the right people. Ocean Subaru of Fullerton. They make you smile at every mile. Yeah, I said that.
You never have to miss a moment of LA's mega sports station. Get the all-new ESPN LA app.
Just search ESPN LA in your App Store or Google Play.
Download, tap, and bam!
You got 710 ESPN in the palm of your hand.
No turkey? No stuffing? No gravy? Oh no! Tell me it's not too late. Tell me it's not too late! Now your top reasons to visit Morongo.
Get a 16-inch hard-shelled roller suitcase when you earn 500 points on your rewards card. The 12th.
Number 2.
Veterans Day freebie. Rewards members get a free military rubber duck. The 11th.
And the number 1 reason.
Just hilarious. Live January 11th.
Morongo. Good times.
Hey guys, it's Cappy. You've heard me talk about my personal situation with my divorce and subsequent custody battle in the past, and I know that you need a team behind you to get the justice you deserve. My friend Mark Reel and his team at Real Fathers Rights are here to help you guys. Visit realfathersrights.com/710. That's REEL. realfathersrights.com/710 or call 323-870-1611. That's 323-870-1611. Real Fathers Rights. The Father's Rights Attorneys.
At Children's Hospital Los Angeles, we're a nationally recognized leader in pediatric care, honored by U.S. News and World Report as one of the best in the country. Here, we achieve amazing breakthroughs that change lives. From groundbreaking cancer therapies that offer new hope to young patients, to advanced heart procedures that save lives, we partner with families to conquer challenges and achieve extraordinary outcomes. Choose the best care for your child at chla.org.
Next Gen is the official plumbing, heating, and AC company of SoCal sports fans. Right now, ESPN LA listeners can book a drain cleaning for just $88. That's right, just $88, and you can keep your plumbing in top shape and ensure you're game day ready. So don't miss out. Call 833-3-NEXTGEN today to take advantage of this limited time offer. That's 833-3-NEXGEN or visit nextgenaironplumbing.com to schedule your $88 drain cleaning appointment today.
NEXGEN, call 833-3-NEXTGEN.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hi, I'm Dr. Peter Stahl, board-certified urologist and senior vice president of men's sexual health at HIMSS. In my 12 years of practice as a reproductive urologist, I've helped many guys with ED, and it has never been more convenient to treat than it is right now, thanks to HIMSS. It really wasn't easy before. You had to take time out of your day, come to a physical office, and see a specialist like me in person. Now, through HIMSS.com, you can get world-class sexual health care and a full range of treatment options for ED through a 100% online process. It starts with a free assessment from a medical provider licensed in your state who can determine if ED treatment is right for you. If prescribed, your medication is shipped to you for free. So don't wait. Join the hundreds of thousands of guys who've gotten help for their ED through HIMSS.
To start your free online visit and find ED treatment at up to 95% off brand name prices, go to hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy for your free online visit.
It's Christmas time. It's Christmas time.
Yes, indeed. 3:34 on a live imaging Tuesday. I'm Sedano and Cap. Let's jam some fresh Yachtley Crew. How about this, Cappy? We played this Friday, and we're time to play it again. Because on this election day, tonight you're going to be overloaded with a lot of information and a lot of stuff. Why not put a smile on your face, sucker? How about that? Our friends from Yachtley Crew have dropped a new mini Christmas album, perfect for the holiday season, as they get ready to perform in the Southland Friday and Saturday evenings. I'll tell you about that in a moment, but let's hear this. Doesn't this put a smile on your face, you know?
Nice job hitting the post on a song that you probably don't have that much familiarity with. I mean, you probably only listened to it a couple times. Good
I've been
job.
listening to it nonstop, and our friend Chrissy, she's one of the good ones in the Sedano and Cap community. She said she's been listening to it
The
nonstop.
women are generally great.
Yeah.
Yes. I shouldn't even say generally.
Here
I think
comes
the women are all great in there.
Here comes the hook. Let's pot it up there pretty soon. It's Christmas time. That's their new mini album. You can find it on Apple Music. You can order the print. Just go to Yachtley Crew on their social media. Friday night, they'll be at the Grove of Anaheim, right there in front of Angel Stadium. I'll be at that concert. And then Saturday night, they're out in T.O., Ventura County, the Thousand Oaks Civic Arts Plaza. Limited tickets still available. Let me tell you, if you haven't seen Yachtley Crew in person, it's something, Jack. And then they're getting ready for San Diego New Year's Eve, Cappy. They're in Vegas at the end of the year.
Yep, the Sound down in San Diego and Del Mar on New Year's Eve, which will be a great show.
And then, of course, they will be there Saturday, June 28th at the Commerce Casino for Mandy's 4.
Nice. Very nice. George, how you feeling? You doing okay now?
Well, I feel better only because all that was pent up, and I was just tired of people acting like jerk faces.
No, I understand.
You got to release it, you know?
Well, that, and I think when you hear some Yachtley Crew, and it just puts you in that yacht rock mood, you know?
For the holidays.
Red, white, and smooth. Both Chris and I today wearing our political statement T-shirts, Yachtley Crew 24, red, white, and smooth.
Social media team, can you get a one shot
Come on,
of just
right here.
Cappy and I?
Yeah.
And we'll post that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just like this right here.
Yeah.
There you go. Here we are. Yachtley Crew 2024.
And
That's
as they
us.
say on Horn, now let's get a one shot of Sedano.
No manches 2024. That's my slogan. All right, Cappy, let's talk football.
Football, man! I'm surprised you want to move on so fast. I really wanted to rip Omar.
Enough. Yeah, that's
wanted
it.
to
I've
rip
already
Dead
given.
Meow.
I've already.
I wanted to rip everybody.
I've spoken my piece. By the way, real quick, Shohei Ohtani labrum tear officially, right?
What just happened there?
So
my God.
Beto, you had the surgery, right?
Oh my God!
Yeah, I had the surgery 6 weeks ago. Same shoulder.
Something just happened in Cappy's studio.
I just knocked over
Did you
Bill
fall?
Walton. No, I knocked over Bill Walton's bobblehead. I knocked over my one football card that I own in my life of myself. I
You have a football card of yourself?
Yeah. Like I gesticulated and I freaking knocked over and I broke Bill Walton. I broke him right off the base.
Oh man!
I mean, you know, this is not a good omen.
Throw it down,
for me.
big man.
This is not a good omen at all.
Yeah.
I took down my Bill Walton bobblehead.
Yeah, that sucks.
Is
It
it
does
his
suck.
birthday today?
No, it was over the weekend. I thought. Yeah. Wait. It is today.
I want to say, 72 or 3, something like that, Bill
Because
Walton?
I was watching Gonzaga and Baylor last night, and Roxy Bernstein, who was calling the game with Jay Williams, was talking about how they were going to a bunch of people were going to get together for to celebrate Bill's life at dinner. So you're right, it is today. All right,
I will have to do a uniform change, by the way, and don't give me that look that you're ready to move on and the rest of us can't say a word. Don't give me that look. You're already, listen, I know how upset you are today, and I'm ready to move on. I got your back 1,000%. I'm pissed off at Dead Meow and Omar, too. I'm with you 1,000%. But I'm going to have to make a uniform change, and I'm going into the Walton T-shirt that you, sir, got for me while in Boston during the NBA Finals. Now move on.
Does it
Social
fit?
team, let's pull that too.
Does it fit?
Yes, it fits brilliantly. Thank you.
Okay.
In fact, just post the whole show. Because as usual, when we're all together, which doesn't happen as much as it used to, we can be frank on that. It is a masterclass on how to do sports radio in a market this size.
But we're not all together because Cappy's not here today.
Well, but what I mean is at least together on the air.
Yeah.
Travis and DeMarco and Mason Ireland could only wish to be this good.
Beto, you've had the Shohei Ohtani surgery. Go ahead, tell
I
us.
had it 6 weeks ago, torn labrum. It's a quick repair. Said 4 months for me, and Shohei probably has way better doctors and way better
trainers and
trainers
rehab
and
people. Yes,
and
I'm
he's gonna
fairly
be
certain.
around the clock service.
He's not going to Kaiser. Yeah.
Hold on. Dr. Navarro Kaiser is the best in the business, but he's going to have round the clock service.
We love our friends at Kaiser.
Oh, we love them too.
George is breathing fire today. And I love it. I am here for it.
Hey, like Shohei can fly around the world to see whoever he wants.
Everybody just know this. On that. Everybody just know this. Somebody is going to get run over today. In fact, many people are going to get run over today, and then they're going to get backed over today. And then, by the way, tomorrow we'll do damage control. But in the short term, know this. It's going down.
Yeah.
And George is on fire, so keep it rolling.
It's a quick surgery. He'll probably have 3 dots. That's all he gets. Not like the Cholos, but he'll have 3 dots in his shoulder. 6 weeks later, Cappy, look at me. Arm all the way up.
Look at that range of motion.
Range of motion. I can come wheel people around, baby.
Whoa.
Let's go. So
wow.
That's with Kaiser. Imagine what Otani doctors can do. So we're good to go. So 4 months, they say should be ready for spring training. He's ready to go. Cappy, no big deal. No pasa nada, mijo.
No pasa nada.
There we go. So he'll be good to go because Beto just had the surgery. All right. Cappy?
Yes, sir?
Who has a better chance of making the playoffs, the Fighting McVeys or the Worms who've turned?
The Worms has turned!
Because they smoked Jameis Winston and the Cleveland Browns this weekend. And the Rams came back
give a dog a bone.
in incredible fashion, down 13-3 late in that game, and just took it to Seattle and beat the 12th man.
Jameis Winston and the Browns aren't a real team, so that's.
Look, here's the problem. Here's the problem.
Get one shot. Do not miss your chance to blow.
Right.
This opportunity lasts once in a lifetime.
You tell him,
I like
Jameis.
that we have the long form. I have no clue who that is. Who is that?
Yeah,
That's
Jameis
Winston.
Winston.
That's what I thought. But
Go ahead, Cap.
Here's the thing.
Ultimate faith.
The reason that people might be impressed with the Chargers' victory,
They're going to win 10 games.
Is listen, I hope you keep saying that.
They are.
Because when the worm turns again and they don't win 10 games, then I'll be happy about it. And I just, listen, your predictions, sometimes they're pretty good, sometimes not so good. In the case of USC, not very good. In the case of the Rams making the Super Bowl a couple years ago, very, very good. So, listen, the Chargers, you beat who's in front of you. That was the Cleveland Browns this past week. Were the Cleveland Browns good? No. Did they shock the world the week before and beat the Baltimore Ravens? Yes. So when Jameis Winston goes back to being Jameis Winston, which is a guy who throws 3 interceptions, you generally win those games.
Right.
Not to mention, here's one other small note. Mm-hmm. Do the Cleveland Browns have defensive backs on their roster? Because I didn't see anybody anywhere near the Charger wide receivers as they were easily scoring touchdowns.
Well, their best DB was injured on the second play of the game, for what it's worth.
Now, as far as the Rams, it's worth
so
a lot.
look, you know who the Worm has to play still before we get to the Rams?
Tell me.
The Titans.
Okay, bad team.
Okay, their quarterback likes to put mayonnaise in his coffee. Okay, actually, he's not even the quarterback
He's not
anymore.
even the starting
Right,
quarterback.
it's Mason Rudolph.
that's kind of a keto thing these days.
The Bengals, who some weeks they look good, some weeks they don't.
They
you know
looked
what I'm
good this past week.
They did. They were my 5, if I recall.
That's right, they were.
Yeah. Because they were playing the Raiders, so there's that.
Don't give up on the Raiders yet, George.
Oh, I listen. If you're the Raiders, this is the best thing that could happen to you because now you're going to get a chance at a top quarterback. Like, if you just play this out, just be bad. Get yourself Shedeur Sanders or Cam Ward. Like, just do it. Okay? Then
just do it. That would be a really good slogan for like a company.
Yes, it would be.
Just do it.
Yeah. So, and then they play the Ravens. That's tough. Falcons tough. Chiefs tough.
The Ravens
Bucks.
Monday night at home. That could be a win.
But then they got Bucks. They're all right. Broncos, Patriots, and then the Raiders to finish the season. So there's wins in there for sure.
Well, the Bucks are good when Todd Bowles isn't a gutless bum like he was last night. You go for 2.
Yeah, what was up with that? What are your thoughts on that?
Well, you think you're going to go
Well,
overtime?
we did it during crosstalk already. So.
You think you're going to go to overtime and beat Patrick Mahomes in the rain on Monday night?
No, you're waiting to lose.
I mean, come on.
You are happy to tie and wait to lose.
So, all right, Cappy, let's do the Rams on the other side because I do want to talk about them because I think that, we always joke the worm has turned. I think things have turned around for them in a very positive direction. Let's get into that. I also want to get into the opposite of positive direction, which is the Lakers' current road trip. So let's get into all that coming up, all next. 710 ESPN. Lindsay, tell us how you didn't celebrate because of Cleveland and the Browns, but you just drank your sorrows away instead.
Well, I actually did still celebrate because my Buckeyes won, and you should be celebrating too with some. I celebrated with some Stella Rosa red because red for my Buckeyes, scarlet and gray. And as you guys know by now, there's nothing sweeter than celebrating with your friends at Stella Rosa. just like I did this past weekend. Like I said, the Stella Rosa Red went great on a beautiful fall day of football. So next time you shop before game day, head to your local retailer and grab a couple bottles of your favorite Stella Rosa wine. And get this, Stella Rosa wants to make it even sweeter and hook you up with a chance to win an experience to the biggest game of the college football season. You could win 2 tickets to the game, airfare, and a hotel for you and a friend. All you have to do is head over to ESPNLADreamTicket.com to enter the Dream Ticket Sweepstakes presented by Stella Rosa. Remember to celebrate responsibly. Must be 21 or older to enter.
After a 3-0 loss in Vancouver, the Black and Gold find themselves in a do-or-die match Friday night.
We have no one to blame but ourselves, and we will look to correct those mistakes this week in training and try to finish out the series on Friday.
A spot in the Western Conference semifinals is on the line in a decisive Game 3 at BMO Stadium.
We know our fans are amazing, and we're going to do everything we can to bring a win at home and move on to the next round.
Los Angeles Football Club versus Vancouver Whitecaps. Pre-game begins Friday night at 7 p.m. on the ESPN LA app.
Hey guys, it's Cappy here, and I want to talk about my friend Avner Gatt, a public adjuster. Now, many of you guys have asked me, why Avner Gatt? What makes his team so unique at handling insurance claims? So let me tell you something. I've been working with Avner and his team for a while. I can tell you this. Avner Gatt has a dynamic team that's highly effective and successful because these folks come from a very diverse background in the insurance industry. For example, some of them used to work for insurance companies before they joined Avner's team. Yes, they actually chose to switch sides when they realized the effectiveness of Avner's team's work. Some of them used to be in the restoration business, rebuilding homes after disasters. Some of them used to be in the contents handling business, moving homeowners' belongings to a safe place for restoration and storage. Some of them were experts in hazardous materials handling, like asbestos and lead testing. That was their daily work. And some of them were members of law firms handling bad faith claims and general business disputes. You see, diversification is the name of the game. When you are represented by Avner Gatt's team, you have the entire team's experience and know-how by your side. No one, and I mean no one, messes with Avner Gatt and his team. So call Avner Gatt right now, 818-917-5256, 818-917-5256. That's AvnerGatt.com, AVNERGAT, AvnerGatt.com. When you call him directly, Avner Gatt and his family, they take the calls themselves. Avner Gatt says, hello.
Lakers fans, have you seen the purple and gold live this season? Still have time to grab your seat with Lakers Ticket Exchange, the official resale marketplace of the Los Angeles Lakers. Your ticket purchase is 100% verified and secured with Lakers Ticket Exchange. Go to Lakers.com/ticket exchange on your computer or mobile device. Find your seats and you are set. That's Lakers.com/ticket exchange. Let's go, Lake Show.
Going through a life change, whether you're downsizing, you've inherited a home, or you're just...
Hey football fans, there is nothing sweeter than a cold glass of Stella Rosa and watching your team compete. But Stella Rosa wants to make it even sweeter and hook you up with the chance to win an experience to the biggest game of the college football season. You could win 2 tickets to the game, airfare, and a hotel for you and a friend. Head over to ESPNLADreamTicket.com to enter the Dream Ticket Sweepstakes presented by Stella Rosa, America's favorite semi-sweet, semi-sparkling wine. Please celebrate responsibly. Must be 21 or older to enter.
I'm lifting like when we played for Coach Carter. I feel more energized at work. It's even spiced up things between me and the missus.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try?
Yep, send a text. It's that easy.
Text CHEST to 42424 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T. It's the #1 selling testosterone-boosting brand at GNC and Walmart. Do it now, and they'll also send you a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, their newest, most powerful fat burner ever, absolutely free. Text CHEST to 42424. That's CHEST to 42424. These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Yes, indeed. Do it, Captain.
Kokomo.
12 minutes in front of 4
I
o'clock.
want to take you Bermuda. Bahama, come on, pretty mama.
Live Imaging Tuesday, Sedano and Kap in your afternoon radio.
By the way, John Ferris, who we love.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you, John Ferris, for always being a human being in the circle of trust.
What'd he say?
He just tweeted a picture of $1.99 Taco Tuesday, El Sazon. On Valley in Rosemead.
Beautiful.
So if you want to see, if you're living in the San Gabriel Valley area and you want to see El Sazon, then check out what John just posted in the Circle of Trust.
Why don't you tell Omar and Dead Meow to go up there and visit with John, and maybe he'll teach them how to be human beings. How about that?
I mean, listen, Omar normally is good. Omar's just pissing me off.
No,
lately
it's been about 6 weeks. He's been on a tear.
He's been pissing me off a little bit. And
yeah.
and I love you, Omar, pero yeah, okay? Bits are bits, but let's be nice, okay?
On this day in 1988, the number one hit, the Beach Boys, one of their biggest hits, Alvarez.
Don't make me talk more about the Raiders.
Kokomo. You know who's playing drums on this song?
John Stamos. Yes. No, but seriously, I love Omar.
Knew.
Omar was the first person to ever bring us gifts.
Yeah. He
Seriously.
goes way back to the old morning show.
He is an amazing human being, and he knows how we support him tremendously.
Here's my brand new Hershey Kiss socks that he just got me.
Right. We love him. But it's like, bro, alguna vez, like
alguna vez for sure.
I'm wearing some pug socks that he got me.
You got it. Here's the thing. Here's what I've learned, right? When it's like, you guys like the bits, right? You guys want to throw the bits back. Here's the thing. Not every minute is a bit. Sometimes we got to do show. Sometimes it's got to be show within the show.
Well, not just this. We're paid to do bits. We're talented at it, frankly. So we do it in a way like I don't usually call Cappy a scumbag all day long. I mean, I can.
Right.
But
It's just these 3 hours.
We're putting on a show. Speaking of putting on a show,
right.
I can guess where Big O is going to be 1 week from today.
I love him. I hope he is wherever we're at.
We are hitting the streets.
We are?
Sedano and Kap.
We are?
Producer Lindsay, myself, we are hitting the streets.
Where are we going?
Thanks to our friends at Stella Rosa.
Oh.
Time for a celebration, Jack.
Where?
We're going to East LA, Cappy.
When?
Next Tuesday from 3 to 6 p.m. at the Ramirez Beverage Center, 2765 East Olympic Boulevard. That's right, Beto, right? We're hitting the streets.
I hear Beto. Beto's over there going, hoo, 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 hoo.
Here's what
Beto,
we're going to...
I know, dude. It's Sedano don't fit over there, in East LA. He don't fit over in that part of the hood, dog. Now me, I show up in my black Air Force Ones and everybody's like, "Oh, okay."
No, don't show up in your black Air Force Ones.
Cappy's going to text us at 2:00. Is anybody here so I can unlock my car? Well, here's what we got: tons of giveaways that day.
Let me hear.
We've got a pair of USC Nebraska tickets for November 16th. We've got Kings tickets, LA Kings. They're about to be back on the ice against the Minnesota Wild tonight. Hear that on the ESPN LA app. We've got men's and women's basketball USC tickets, and we will have some Lakers tickets to give away. You got to be there in person. The Ramirez Beverage Center, 2765 East Olympic Boulevard. Sedano and Kap are hitting East LA 1 week from today, next Tuesday.
Okay, hold on. I want to say something. Beto, what do you got on your calendar Tuesday of next week?
With you, but you need to wear some Cortezes.
Okay, I would love to wear some
You ain't got
Cortezes.
no Cortezes. You don't know about no
Hey,
you know nothing about no
I know a whole lot about
Big
Cortezes.
D, by the way, has not even got a chance to say a word today because I was so upset at the circle.
I think he's young D. Isn't he young D?
It's all good.
No,
Are
it's
you
not all
young D
good.
or Big D?
No, it's Young D because
No, what do you
want
wanna
to
be?
DeMarco's
Honestly,
big D.
He just wants to be DeAndre?
I just want to be called DeAndre.
Okay, DeAndre.
I think for
6 months later.
you know what we could do for Mandy's 4? You and DeMarco, the battle of big D's and see
Oh
who
yeah,
wins.
right. Who's got the bigger D? Right.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Hey, social team, cut that up.
Yeah.
Who's got the bigger D?
I just want to know if Beto, can we do a taco tour Tuesday?
We can. Just wear Cortezes and let George do the show. Come on
We
now.
should take him to the Pep Boys on Olympic.
He
and
already
just
went
leave,
there.
But leave him there. Like we just vanish.
No, we'll go to Tacos Don Cuco. They've been asking about you.
Sí,
there you go.
Yeah, tacos don Cuco. Es muy bien.
See, Cappy.
Sí, yes.
So we're going to put a bow on the baseball season in the next segment. Our buddy John Boog-Shambi, who called the World Series on ESPN Radio, is going to stop by. He was going to join us last week when on Thursday or whatever it was when I was in New York. But he basically fell asleep because he's been literally just like on a grind during the baseball season. So anyway, he's going to join us, put a bow on the Dodgers season and kind of what to look forward to moving forward here as we get ready for the offseason, because in a month it'll be hot stove basically for the Dodgers. So we'll get to that. But let's finish the football and let's get into the Lakers. All right, Rams.
Okay.
I think, look, the Rams are a half game back, okay?
Of
right now.
Arizona, by the way, who you never really, really believe in.
Correct. So I feel good, although I was stunned. It was funny. I walked away for a second, and Puka got thrown out of that game. I was like, what the hell just happened? He's like the nicest guy in the world.
Right. And it honestly, in his year and a half of playing in the NFL, it's kind of his first immature, mistake.
Right.
And I say it like that mostly because he was kicked out of the game. But here's the flip side of that whole equation. Did he really like throw a punch?
I didn't think so. When I saw the replay later, and I didn't.
It was
think
kind of like, you're getting pushed around or whatever, and it's sort of a shove, get off of me. But the way the referee sees it, the coaches always tell you it's the second guy who's getting tossed, and he was the second guy. That's what they saw. But I'll tell you what, as much as Puka got kicked out of this game, it really opened the door, George, for the other wide receivers not named Cooper Kupp.
Yeah, like DeMarcus Robinson. Right?
DeMarcus Robinson and Tyler Johnson.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, both guys came up with big plays along the way in that game, and DeMarcus Robinson obviously had one of the games of his life because not only did he score the first touchdown early in the game, but the game winner, which was a brilliant one-handed catch.
Yeah, no doubt. And I look at their schedule, right? They got the Dolphins on Monday night, which means you and I are off, which is nice. So there's that. They're going to beat the Dolphins. They're going to beat your boys in New England, okay?
By the way, that game in New England, I will be there at that game, and I'm just going to say this to Sean McVay. I know he's listening. This is the time of day where he listens.
Yeah.
Coach, that particular week, just like last year when I was rooting for the Browns to beat the Rams, this will be the week that I will root against the Rams. I will be rooting for the Patriots. It's not this week. It's the following week.
Yeah. And then they got Philly. That's a tough one, but they got it at home at least.
Hey,
okay?
Speaking of Philadelphia, DeAndre, your boy, your running back, Saquon Barkley.
Dude, you saw he did that crazy
oh my goodness,
hurdle,
man.
backwards hurdle.
Maybe the spin move, the top, the spin move.
Yeah, spin move first and then backwards hurdle.
Maybe
one of the most athletic things I've ever seen.
Maybe the most athletic play I've ever seen anybody make on an NFL football field.
And they still decide not to run the ball.
I would love to see you do that literally over just a bucket. Like if you could do that spin move and the backwards hurdle just over a bucket,
dude, I'll do
let
it.
alone a person.
Oh yeah,
I would absolutely. I would. I would give you some money.
But what would?
I'll buy you lunch.
Wait, how much?
I'll buy you lunch. How about that?
No. How much money? I want cash.
Like $20 for lunch.
Venmo me. I would just say this: from the time he saw the defender and knew that the defender was going to go for the tackle with his head down, the fact that he was able to, in a millionth of a second, jump up in the air backwards like that, I'm telling you, the most athletic play I've ever seen ever on a football field, ever.
So, then they got New Orleans, Buffalo, San Francisco, the Jets they should beat. They got to beat Arizona the second time, and then they'll have Seattle at home. So, there could be 9 or 10 wins there. If they do that, they're in the mix, I think.
So I love what's going on with the Rams. Listen, the reason the Rams were so bad so early, and we all understand it, is just
disaster, injuries.
I mean, it started with the offensive line. It moved its way into the wide receiving room. When you don't have Cooper Kupp and Puka Nacua, then you don't really have anybody that's going to scare a defense. But when you have Cooper Kupp, or I'll say or rather than and or, when you have Cooper Kupp at least on the field, that's how a guy like DeMarcus Robinson can have 6 catches for nearly 100 yards and score 2 touchdowns, because you know that the defense is more focused on a Cooper Kupp and a Puka Nacua. I actually believe, George, that the Rams are one of the, if not the, maybe aside from Kansas City, and maybe aside from Detroit, one of the best coach teams in the entire NFL.
I don't think there's any question about that.
And because of their coach and because of their coaching staff and then because of their veteran quarterback, they're live for the rest of the season.
Yeah.
And they're only going to get healthier.
Yeah. And by the way, speaking of good coaching, we talked about a week ago how we thought J.J. Redick had been doing a good job. I still think he's doing a good job. I actually like that and we can get into this after Boog joins us. I like that he kind of called out the team for their lack of defense early in the game yesterday. Because here's the thing. What's that?
Yes, because it shows that the coach actually has guts.
Right. And the other thing is, I would say, when you're an older team, and they are mostly, it's weird because they got like older guys, but then they got like young guys who aren't like super, experienced.
Good? Oh.
Experienced.
Oh, I thought you were going to say good.
They haven't been playing good, that's for sure, the younger guys. But you got a team like Detroit with a bunch of like former top 5 picks who are like all playing together. They got like a real coach now in JB Bickerstaff, right? Like they're going to play hard every night. So when you play one of those young teams, you have to match their energy, and that's what JJ was referring to last night.
Right, and they should have done that in the first 5 or 6 minutes of the game. Now, because Beto and Michael yesterday during the pregame, Michael was saying to Beto, look, in the first 6 minutes of the game, you set the tempo. You tell these young kids from Detroit, it's not going to go like this tonight. We're going to smack you down. We're going to do it early, and that's the way this game's going to go. And it went.
We're going to kick you in the teeth, and we're going to bite a kneecap off.
Right, and it went the exact opposite. I know we'll get deeper into it.
All right, let's talk baseball with Boog Shambi. Put a bow on the Dodgers' great season in a moment. But first, let me tell you about my guy, Jacob. If you're riding in the backseat or injured of an Uber or Lyft accident, it's completely different than a normal wreck. Your driver's covered by Uber or Lyft, so not only are you dealing with the other person's insurance, you need to speak with the rideshare company's insurance too. So you don't want to deal with this on your own. There's just a lot of stuff going on. You're a third wheel in this situation, and the insurance company just wants to give you a quick payment, so you just go away, okay? And here's the deal. You got to just call Jacob in these spots. You need an expert. Call him at 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB. Tell him Sedano, Mason, and the crew at 710 sent you. My guy, Jacob, is an expert when it comes to handling these Uber and Lyft cases. Years ago, Jacob and his team took on these cases before all the other attorneys started trying to do this. So Jacob understands all the nuances involved in all these accidents. You get into an accident, Uber, Lyft, whatever it is, 844-24-JACOB. Tell him Sedano, Mason, and the crew at 710 sent you. So if you're injured in any type of rideshare accident, just call Jacob, man. Call a guy who's respected. Call Jacob because he's the real deal. Call him at 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB. 844-24-JACOB. Or visit him online at calljacob.com.
710 ESPN, the destination for LA sports this fall.
Here comes LeBron and slam dunk right in Paul George's face and a foul.
Lakers basketball.
Got it back. Another three. Good. What a night for Austin Reeves.
Rams football.
Cup of the six. Cup to the pylon. Touchdown, Cooper Cup. Touchdown, LA.
The USC Trojans.
Hands off the marks. Up the middle. Into the end zone. Touchdown. They're going wild in half of this stadium as the Trojans are going to pull off the upset. How do you do?
LAFC.
Oh, flip for LA Football Club. Did he?
The LA Kings and Angels baseball.
The all-new ESPN LA app, your destination for LA sports.
710 ESPN, your home for the 17-time world champion Lakers.
KSPN Los Angeles, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
710 ESPN.
Sedano and Kap for your afternoon right now on 710 ESPN.
It's time for what you need to know.
Let's do it. What you need to know right now.
What you need to know is brought to you by Morongo Casino Resort and Spa. Good times. It's the 90 minutes from wherever you are. Take it away, Linz, before we get Boog on the line. Or she's on the phone. All right, she's on the phone. What you need to know is the Dodgers are awesome. They got a parade for us. It's all good. L.A. was loving life. And the man who called...
Yeah, what you need to know is that I'm not allowed to call him Mr. Shambi anymore.
Why would you call him Mr. Shambi?
Because I say everybody when I text them and, like, we don't know each other, I'll say, like, you know, like Mr. Kirkjian. Yes, I always
Well, that's
do that.
very respectful.
I feel
That's
like
very
it's
nice.
a polite thing to do until,
That
like,
is nice.
you know them.
That's that Midwestern charm of yours.
Very nice. That's very nice, Lindsay.
But he said, you're killing me with that. And I said, okay, I get it because... You know, I don't like when people call me ma'am. It makes me feel old.
He prefers the boogly boogler.
And really, no, he hates that one for sure.
Yeah.
But he definitely, like, I could just hear him being like, you're killing me with that one, all right?
Yes,
like,
that's exactly what he said.
Yeah.
Like Tim Kirkjian. I still call him Mr. Kirkjian. He's
I mean,
never
Mr.
told me not to.
Kirkjian, though,
It's a little much.
Yeah, no, Boog, should you call him Mr. Kirkjian? Like Lindsay doesn't know him. Like, he is a Mr.
Right.
Kirkjian. The man's in his 60s, you know?
Yeah, I mean, he's always been Tim to me, but I get that. That's what I said to her. I said, I feel like I'm 1,000 years old.
You are.
Dropping Mr.
You are
Shambi
now.
on me.
You're not
Well,
young anymore.
No, you're not. You're a young guy.
No.
You're a
Boog,
young guy. 28 years old.
I sneezed last year and threw up my back. We're old now.
No, that's you. You're old.
Yeah.
You're old. Me and Boog are not old.
Yeah. The back throwing out sneeze. I feel that. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. That'll put you on the disabled list, man.
I mean,
That's exactly right.
Yeah, honestly, that's what Aaron Judge should have said as to why he dropped that ball in center field. He had the back sneeze or something. All right, let's start with the good stuff. All right, with the Dodgers. I mean, you've been around this game a long time. Okay, this team.
I'm old.
Yeah, you are old. Yes,
You're a young
Mr.
guy.
Shambi.
First year
Mr.
around
Shambi,
baseball.
yes.
First year around the game.
So this team. I mean, the pitching staff was in shambles. The rotation was in shambles all season. I mean, Yamamoto, like 2 weeks before the end of the season, was like, we were wondering if he was even going to be part of the rotation. Like, have you ever seen like a rotation be in such shambles and that team go on to win anything?
Yeah, it's hard. I mean, one of the things, the stats that I kept breaking out is they did not have a pitcher on their postseason roster that threw as many as 100 innings for the Dodgers during the regular season, which is incredible. Like not even 100 innings for the Dodgers during the regular season. It's just wild. But look, I think in the end, they cobbled together enough depth. I would say what they were able to do is pretty rare. I think it also speaks to, there are pieces to this team that were probably underappreciated, and that is an excellent base running team by most metrics, the best base running team in baseball. It was a decent defensive team, like above average. I don't think it was spectacular. They've certainly had better defensive teams. And it was a pretty ferocious offensive team, and not just talking about the top three guys. They had a pretty unbelievable offensive team. Here's part of what my take on how they were able to do this would be, and this is hard because, like, George, you and I have had this conversation a bunch of times, but look, this is the best run organization in baseball, and they made the playoffs for 12 straight years. Andrew Friedman took over in 2014, in October of 2014, and I think that there's an element of what happened here. Like, this isn't one of their best teams, in my opinion.
No.
And they've had better teams that didn't win. So I think that to some extent, I think this is a credit back towards some of those teams that just lost because they lost. I had arguments over the years with scouts with the Dodgers who were constantly picking apart their team. And it's hard for people to understand that sometimes you lose, and it is not because your team is flawed. Sometimes you lose because you lost.
But Boog,
and people have a hard time digesting that.
Yeah. But Boog, to push back a little bit, when you talk about not the best team, they may not have been the best collection of individuals put together, but from a team perspective, it seemed like this group this year seem to, and I know this is going to sound hokey, like really play for each other. And here's what I mean by that.
Wait, hold on. Boog, you're going to love this.
Yeah.
Cappy loves, quote unquote, heart and soul guys.
That's right. I'm a heart and soul guy.
Go have
That's
fun
right.
with him, Mr.
Right.
Schomburg.
I'm a heart and soul guy, Boog. But Boog, when I say it, here's what I mean. Yes, Freddie Freeman had this massive World Series, but Ohtani wasn't as great as everybody would have expected. But you had guys like Tommy Edman, for example, step up huge during the postseason. And you had guys like Kike Hernandez step up huge. So to me, it was a great all-around team effort.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that. But, if you look at during the course of their playoff run, like, Scott, they've had Kike Hernandez on the team most of the time, with the exception of 2 of the years that he was in Boston. Tommy Edman, whereas I would love him on my team, there's positional versatility. Shortstop's not his spot, man, and he banged up some plays, and if they had led to significant runs, people would have been like, man, we need a better shortstop. But he is a beast from the right side, and I think you might be missing it a little bit. Like, they had better teams. They just, in the end, they were – I still think that they were a really good team. I'm saying in terms of the teams that you've watched over the course of the last, 10 years that they've had. They've had better teams. This would not be, one of their two best teams.
They ran into random stuff, right? Like, that's just sometimes that – because in a short series, that's what happens, right?
Yes,
It's just baseball. That's baseball.
Yeah.
Well, listen, when you say better teams, I don't want to get caught up in it. I think you're right that obviously when you look at the pitching staff, for example, they would have had a much better pitching staff over the last couple of years because, again, going into this postseason, who knew what their starting rotation was going to be, which then just leads me to this. I would love to hear your comment about Walker Buehler and the way this whole thing got closed out.
Wild.
Because for him to have pitched 2 days earlier and then to come in and close the way he did, it was so spectacular. What did you think?
Yeah, the drama of it was amazing. And it played out in a really non-planned type of way. Like, Walker texted Dave and said, I'll be ready for you. And I don't think going into the night that was anywhere near the plan because they didn't think they were going to get an inning and a third from Jack Flaherty. But Walker was ready for it. And, I think – I don't even know when Walker said, I'll be ready, how much true intention there was, and when Dave said sounds great, on his end. But I think that as it got closer and closer to the end of it, they realized that they were going to need it. I mean, I was broadcasting the game, and they're bringing Gratterol in 6, and I'm sitting there like trying to figure out how are they going to get 27 outs here. Like I couldn't figure out how they were going to actually do it. I couldn't even believe that Hudson got up. So, how they were able to put it together was incredible. And, Scotty, don't misunderstand what I'm saying. Like, this was a really good team. I'm just saying they've made better teams. They've had teams that if we started at the beginning that I would have bet on as having a better chance to win the World Series. They had a team that won 106 games. Look, do it this way. Right? Like, just to they won 98 games this year, Scott. In the history of baseball, there have been 2 teams that have had 4-year stretches with this amount of wins, and one was the 1906 to 1909 Cubs, and then the second most wins over any 4-year stretch is the end of this Dodger group. So, it's been pretty amazing what they've been able to put together. They just haven't won as much as we thought they'd win because there's a lot around playoffs. And, I mean, man, the team in 21 had to work so hard to finish second. They won 106 games, and then they just ran out of gas against a Braves team that was in no way, shape, or form better than them.
Well, and how about the 22 team that won 111 games and then just ran into a buzzsaw in the first round? You know what I mean?
And the 06 to 09 Cubs, George, don't forget about those teams because let me tell you something. Boog, you mentioned them like as if I didn't know them.
He knew that off the top of his dome.
But I actually didn't. Yeah. I had no idea. I'm just wanting to say I had zero idea about the 06 to 09
But it's wild, though. Think
Cubs.
about it, though. In 4-year, take a team's any team's best 4-year stretches in the history of the sport, it's the second best in terms of win total, 415 wins. And here they are. And the team that won over this stretch was a team that won 98 games. So it's wild how these things play out.
John Boog Shambi, Mr. Shambi, who called the
World
Series,
Mr. Shambi,
ESPN
young man.
Radio. What do they need? I mean, hell, the hot stove is in a month. You know what I'm saying? Like, what do you think they need?
I mean, again, I think they need Glasnow to be healthy, Yamamoto to be healthy, just getting them through to the place where they can pitch in the playoffs because, having to do it the way they did it is really hard. I would also tell you this.
So they need more arms for sure, is what you're saying.
Yeah, you need. I mean, look, they sustained more injuries than any team in baseball this year. So they lost more games to the IL than any team in the sport, and the only team that lost more games with a higher projected wins above replacement are the Braves, and that's simply because they lost Acuna and Strider, right? I mean, they lost 2 massive players, but in terms of total days. Yeah, they need to be able to go into the postseason so that and also let's just say this. I have mad respect for what they did. But man, in a clinching game, I don't want to watch 8 pitchers pitch. That stinks.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
Yeah.
It's a bad watch, man. And look, if I were running a team and I could win it that way, I would win it that way. I'm just saying for the sport.
Aesthetically,
we need to
right.
get away from that.
Yeah.
It's just terrible. I want to see some of these guys get 6 innings deep into the game and then work it like that. But this parade of dudes, and again, it's really hard to win a game like that and have 8 guys come in and do the job like that, and everybody has to be perfect, and yet they managed to do it. I think in the postseason it worked probably 2 out of every 3 times. So. But it's not a good watch.
Hey, Boog, George asks about what they need. We've kind of gone back and forth, he and I, about Juan Soto.
Right.
I would much rather see the team sign a Teoscar Hernandez, who had a great year. Maybe he's not a long-term thing because of his age, rather than go after a Juan Soto, who I think is going to demand, crazy money.
Yeah.
What do you think? You think the Dodgers are in on the Soto sweepstakes?
Hold on. Let me frame this. When we had this conversation last week, when you fell asleep on us,
right? I did fall asleep on legitimately. That's true, folks.
But you were tired. It's okay. We love you.
He's an old guy.
Mr. Shambi would fall asleep, right? Boog would not have fallen asleep.
No, get him an Afghan and a rocking chair. He's out.
I mean, so
that's
I was
correct.
saying that Jeff Passan has clearly said that he doesn't believe the Dodgers will be in on Soto. But if you're asking me, like Soto versus Hernandez. And I love Teoscar Hernandez like as much as the next guy, but Soto is an incredible player. Like Teoscar's a really good player. Soto is an elite player.
Yeah, Soto, you make the case that he's the best hitter in the game, and if he's not, it's from a hitting standpoint. And I know this, but it's either him or Judge would be my guess. I would say this, that the way you look at it, Scott, and this is the part that's challenging, is they're just swimming in money. You can't analyze. George is right. Like, look.
Don't say that.
No
Don't
kidding.
say that.
No, but I'm
Do
saying
not
no
say
kidding.
that.
Soto's better than Hernandez. Like, thanks. You're really coming off the mountain with the tablets there, George. But my point is, it doesn't matter unless that contract inhibits them from doing something they need to do in the future. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it doesn't. So like I don't think it will.
Right.
So I don't know. So what do they need? They'll figure it out. I would say you probably like to add an arm. Do they have to get Juan Soto? Absolutely not. Right. I think they can be more than fine. It's just where do they want to allocate resources, that type of thing. But I don't. Again, the other part that's scary is just all of the the stuff they have coming. You can't kind of forget about the fact that you still got, Glasnow coming back, Dustin May coming, Stone will miss the whole year, but there was a time where everybody really loved Bobby Miller and Emmett Sheehan, and of those guys, some of them are going to probably end up panning out.
Right.
So,
right.
Man, they're in really, really good. If they get Soto, great. They're not going to lock themselves in and do something stupid where they get handcuffed. They're not going to decide, okay, we have to have this guy, unless they make it $800 million and it's deferred. And I don't think that'll end up being the case, right?
I don't think so. Yeah, I can't see anybody paying him more than
listen,
Ohtani.
Cap makes fun of me because I say that Andrew Friedman might be the smartest guy in sports, and he's always like, he was taking so many swipes at me during the season when it didn't look like they were going anywhere.
No, now I can't.
By the way,
maybe
did you see
crow.
Cappy dressed up as Elton John? Did you see that on social media or no?
No, will you guys text that to me?
Yes, we will, because it's something you should see. You should absolutely see.
So basically, we had a bet on the Dodgers-Padres first-round series, and Cappy was feeling himself because he likes to call himself South Cap back then. Like he calls it South LA, right? So I said to him, all right, we'll make a bet. And he was going to make me dress up like Fernando Tatis with the the dreads and the wig and the whole deal,
and the schmata on his head. That's right,
and the schmata. And then I said, well, then you got to dress like Elton John at that Dodgers concert back in the 70s. And
I like that.
And we did. I ordered it on Amazon and we nailed it. Yeah.
And you won, and I lost, and I paid my bet like a man.
Yeah.
And I will send you the text on this, Boog. I think it's something that you should probably see in your life. I definitely think it's something.
I like it. I'm in.
He looked pretty good. I got to be honest.
You should have made him dress like Andrew Friedman.
Yeah. Well, I don't even know what that would look like. I feel like he feels like he dresses kind of regular, like he's like a Banana Republic model or something.
Yeah, like a pair of khakis with like a checkered shirt.
Yeah. Seriously,
does anybody who's under 30 in the listening audience know what Banana Republic even is?
Or like Brooks Brothers, you know what I mean? Like something
Even
like
that's worse.
Something you'd get at the Delamo Mall here in LA. But anyway, Shambi, you're the best, brother. We love you. Thank you for taking the time.
I love you guys.
Yeah.
Boog, I just texted you, man. I think if you get it, well, it hasn't gone through yet, but when you get this, if you decide you want to call the show back because you feel like you need to make some commentary on this particular outfit that I'm rocking, you can call the show back if you have to.
Yeah, feel free.
Absolutely. I like it. You guys are awesome. I like that, being invited back. That's that's phenomenal.
Well, you know what we should do,
show.
Cappy? You know what
tell me.
I used to have Boog on back in the day, and I used to call him the Boogsman. Like, he would basically settle things for us. So I feel it's
well. Wait a second. Hold on.
Editor.
Yes.
Well, hold on a second. The text has just gone through. Boog, while you're still here, and we've blown up the clock already.
Yeah, we definitely blew the
clock.
clock.
All right, take a look at what's going on here. All right, hold on. All right, Boog's going to now open up his phone.
Yeah.
He's going to go to his text.
Nope, I don't have it.
Oh, really? It says delivered.
It says delivered.
It
hang
does
on,
indeed.
Let me see. All right, hang on. Stand by. Nope, I don't have it, Cap.
All right. Well, it says delivered, but it went to my other friend Boog.
Okay, well, tell him.
Maybe you send it to Mr. Shambi.
I think perhaps.
Yes.
Or perhaps Mr. Shambi doesn't know how to use the new technology. Maybe. Is that possible?
Hey. I feel like you're attacking a little bit right there. I know.
Yeah, I didn't mean that. Got
right
personal. That was not right. That was not right.
How'd you like my Chris Russo that I sent you?
That was the hair was phenomenal. I thought it was a solid caricature of the dog.
Yeah. We taped that show around the horn, and we went through a whole A block, which is like 15 minutes, and then we had to do it over again. And I said to the producer,
Why?
I said, I don't know, because somebody screwed something up, and I'm
Who?
like, Woody Page, and then.
Usually you're like, I'm not going to tell you, Kaplan. And in the meantime, today you're just on such fire that it doesn't even matter.
I have been on the road for so long that I don't care anymore. Like I'm flaming everybody.
Come on, Woody Page, do better.
And I said,
Mr. Page.
I didn't even know Woody Page was still doing that show.
He does. He does. It was
Mr. Page.
Beetlejuice, actually. It was very good, actually.
Got to call him Mister.
But the Mr. Page, yes.
Mr. Page.
So I told the producer, I'm like, bro, I don't know how much my voice can handle this. Like I can't. I don't know if I can do this for another 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Like we just wasted 15. Like what are we doing here? So
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
You got NBA with the Billustrator tomorrow night, right?
No, I had him last week. I was in Indy with him. It was unbelievable. It was so much fun. You know, he grew up in the neighborhood I live in now, so we had a blast talking about Southern California.
He's a great dude.
Yeah,
he's a great dude.
So good too, and he actually played
yeah,
off.
he is. He's sharp.
So I had you'll appreciate this. So in our pre-show, pregame meeting or whatever with the Boston Celtics coach Joe Mazzulla, who's kind of like a weird, kind of quirky fellow, but I like him.
You
Yeah,
think?
he's right.
He got those
like
crazy
him.
eyes.
I don't know if he's weird. I like him.
I like him. I love him. I've gotten to know him because I did the conference finals and finals on radio, so I got to know him pretty well. I enjoy him. So I asked him about like being the hunted versus the hunters, and he was kind of slouched over in his chair, and he like jumped up at me, like not in like a bad way, but it's like jumped up, and he's like, "That's just a ridiculous notion." And I'm like, "Really?" I'm like, "Well, tell me why." And he goes, "Look, man, it's no different than the animal kingdom, right? Like, the lion is the king of the jungle, but you know what? If it gets caught napping, the hippo could take him out." And I'm like, and he's like, "We're the Boston Celtics. We're being hunted all the time, and we're hunted championships." And I'm like, "Joe, you just made my open. Thank you so much for doing that."
So good.
So I say this in the open, right? Like it was Jonesy and Billis, and they turn to me, and I say all this, and then Billis plays off, and he's like, "Well, maybe the Pacers will be the hippos tonight. We'll see that, George." Thanks. And so it was. Billis is amazing. It was the first time I've actually worked with him in like that setting. It was so much fun. Yeah.
I love working with him. He's smart. He's fun, and he can be that he's good to laugh at himself.
Yeah,
so that's,
yeah. I'm going to do Christmas with him too. He's on my. We're doing Christmas game together. So in Dallas.
Oh, nice.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Point of information.
Yeah.
That Christmas game has now been called the Hanukkah game.
Oh,
Just
yeah,
so
it's
we're
Hanukkah
all
that day. Yeah.
on the same page.
Yeah, it is.
All right.
It is. Yeah.
It's the
Is it
Hanukkah
really?
game.
Yeah, they're on the same day. They start.
Yeah.
Hanukkah starts on Christmas. Yeah.
Right. So for me, that's the Hanukkah game.
Wow. The Festival of Lights. I get it.
Yeah.
I understand.
You feel me?
All right,
I
Mr.
love coming on with you guys. Two guys I've known like forever. I've known you guys forever.
Really, forever. Like
Forever.
seriously.
You want to know how forever we've all known each other? Boog, I can remember your first summer of calling baseball games. I don't remember what little podunk town you were in, but I can remember. I can remember. Well, that's not such a podunk town anymore.
No, it's not.
My daughter lives there, so I can't say that. But I can remember we were at the radio station in Miami, and we were listening on the handset of the phone. You calling the game. We were on hold at the radio station.
On a coupler.
Yeah,
we were literally on hold at the radio station. We go, yeah, we just want to listen to Boog call the game because we were working the night shift at the time.
Oh, my God.
I mean, that's going back, man. We're talking like 20.
That's
no.
awesome.
Dude, we're talking like 30 years, bro.
Did you know that I was
Almost 30.
Cappy's intern?
No. What?
Yeah.
With Sid?
Yes.
Oh my God!
Oy vey. Let's not. Hey, today's election day. Let's stay away from.
Well,
Sid.
let's not mention him.
I know. What happened to Sid?
I mean,
man?
a lot. We can talk about that offline.
Yeah.
There's a lot.
Did you get the text yet? Did you get my text?
Yeah, seriously. You didn't get the text yet?
Right. Stand by, please. No, I don't have it.
Are you not on an iPhone?
I'm on an iPhone, and I'm in front of my computer. Just got an email from Brooks Brothers, by the way. I can't. What? I don't. It hasn't come through. Hang on one sec. Hang on. Let me.
Cappy, send me the picture, and I'll send it to him.
I sent him a video.
I was about to text Ed Kaplan.
I love Ed Kaplan.
Yeah,
love Ed Kaplan.
Yeah. Is he still alive?
Yes, he is.
Oh, good.
Oh, that's good.
Good. I like it. I mean, he's old. I just figured I'd have to ask.
Oh, no, I'm just responding to what Boog sent back to me.
Oh.
Which is, anyway.
Yeah.
All right. You'll call back to the show. I'm sure
just
you'll
call us later
back.
if you want.
I am.
All right, Mr. Shambi.
All right.
Thanks, Mr. Shambi.
Love you guys.
See you. Love you,
brother.
Bye. There he is. The voice of Sunday Night Baseball on ESPN Radio in the World Series.
And we just blew up the clock, but it was worth it.
Yeah, it was fun. So, real quick, Cappy, tell us about your friends at Amazon before we do Radio Tinder.
Yeah, listen, Amazon, it's a part of your everyday life, isn't it? It's part of mine. I mean, I'm watching Prime for football games or shows. I'm literally ordering little stuff every single day. Amazon's a daily part of my life. But with an Amazon locker, this is a whole new world. You can send your orders to a secure pickup location that you can choose. So rather than everything being delivered to your house or your apartment, it goes directly to a secure location, and then you pick up the packages when you're available on your own time. And here's the best part. When your package arrives, you're going to get a delivery confirmation email with instructions on where to and how to pick up the package. So it's a secure, convenient delivery solution for your Amazon packages. And best part, there's no additional cost. So it's an awesome, awesome service. All you have to do is go to Amazon.com/pickupMVP, Amazon.com/pickupMVP to learn more.
One of the greatest pop and R&B groups that defined a generation. Belle Biv DeVoe. Live in concert. Saturday, December 14th at Fantasy Springs Resort Casino. Belle Biv DeVoe. With special guest, Rev Run. Tickets on sale now at FantasySpringsResort.com. Belle Biv DeVoe. Live.
Be sure to listen to Rams Super Bowl champion DeMarco Farr every Monday in the 9 a.m. hour on his new show, The Travis and DeMarco Show. He's going to give you his best of from the whole football weekend. And you know, when DeMarco serves up a best of, you know it means something. Don't miss it. They've got their best of the weekend, plus your chance to win a Fantasy Springs weekend getaway prize pack with your best of. That's Mondays in the 9 a.m. hour on the Travis and DeMarco Show on 710 ESPN. Made possible by Fantasy Springs Resort Casino. Escape the everyday at Fantasy Springs Resort Casino, just minutes from Palm Springs.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. At Los Angeles International Airport, changes are arriving daily to help reduce traffic, save travelers time, and transform the travel experience. The LAX Economy parking structure is now open with thousands of smart parking spaces, as well as hundreds of EV charging stations. Modernized terminals have biometric gates for faster boarding, and in the future, the People Mover train will connect travelers to LA Metro. For more information, go to their website, flylax.com/transforming-LAX. That's flylax.com/transforming-LAX.
1-877 Cards for Kids. KARS Cards for Kids. 1-877 Cards for Kids. Donate your card today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Donate your car today at carsforkids.org. That's cars with a K. Your car, running or not, can be picked up as soon as the next day. You'll get a maximum tax deduction and a vacation voucher.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Now accepting donations of land, homes, buildings, or any kind of real estate.
Paid for by Cars for Kids.
Lakers fans, take the purple and gold with you wherever you go by downloading the Lakers app, presented by BBGO. With the Lakers app, get the latest team news, live updates, in-game highlights, photos, and more. Available in the App Store for free. Don't miss any of the action as the season continues. And always be game day ready. The Lakers app has you covered. Download now to your iPhone or Android. Let's go, Lake Show.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hi, I'm Dr. Peter Stahl, board-certified urologist and senior vice president of men's sexual health at HIMSS. In my 12 years of practice as a reproductive urologist, I've helped many guys with ED, and it has never been more convenient to treat than it is right now, thanks to HIMSS. It really wasn't easy before. You had to take time out of your day, come to a physical office, and see a specialist like me in person. Now, through HIMSS.com, you can get world-class sexual health care and a full range of treatment options for ED through a 100% online process. It starts with a free assessment from a medical provider licensed in your state who can determine if ED treatment is right for you. If prescribed, your medication is shipped to you for free. So don't wait. Join the hundreds of thousands of guys who've gotten help for their ED through HIMSS.
To start your free online visit and find ED treatment at up to 95% off brand name prices, go to hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy for your free online visit.
Hey, everybody, it's Cap. Are you looking to sell your home quickly and easily without having to do the repairs yourself or worry about whether or not buyers can qualify for new high interest rate loans? You need to call Seller's Advantage. Thousands of satisfied customers have already done this. They're the go-to choice for homeowners looking to sell their homes fast. Seller's Advantage will buy your home for a competitive cash offer and can close in just days. Not weeks, not months, days. No repairs are needed because they buy the home as is. They have an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau. It's no wonder why thousands of sellers have chosen Seller's Advantage. Seller's Advantage is the fastest and the most stress-free way to sell your home. If you're ready to sell now, call Seller's Advantage. Get a no-obligation offer at 888-390-AS-IS, 888-390-AS-IS, 888-390-2747, sellersadvantage.com.
Don't worry, sell happy with Seller's Advantage. Accident or injury, call Jacob and Ronnie. Call Jacob.
Winning matters, especially after an accident. At calljacob.com, we're here for you when you need a big win. After an accident, go to calljacob.com or call 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB.
Hey, football fans, what's better than cheering on your team with an ice-cold glass of Stella Rosa in hand? How about scoring the ultimate experience at the biggest college football game of the season with an ice-cold Stella Rosa in hand? That's right, Stella Rosa is giving you the chance to win 2 tickets, airfare, and a hotel for you and a friend. So what are you waiting for? Head to ESPNLADreamTicket.com to enter today, courtesy of Stella Rosa, America's favorite semi-sweet, semi-sparkling wine. Celebrate responsibly, must be 21 or older to enter.
Some people just know they could save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like, you know to check that your seats aren't in the visitor section first, before buying tickets.
I'm so excited for this game. I can't believe you got us tickets.
Me too. Wait, are we on the wrong side?
Yeah, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds.
This is going to be a long game.
You're in good hands with Allstate.
Savings vary, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today? Sounds like wipers. If your wipers are streaking, skipping, chattering, or even worse, loud, you need to visit AutoZone and get some fresh new blades. We've got basic wipers to get you back on the road, as well as premium blades from Bosch and Rain-X. So if you're hearing this, just head to your nearest AutoZone or AutoZone.com.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
4:32 in the Southland. It's a live imaging Tuesday. On this election day, polls close at 8 o'clock here in California. Get out and
Go vote.
We are electing a new president. Either way, it's a new president. So enjoy that, Jack.
Well, and honestly, the more important stuff
either way
is the local stuff. Like, that
true.
stuff affects you way more.
Oh, that is true.
So go vote for that stuff.
See, I'm wearing my sticker right now. I
Also-
voted.
You're also distorting it.
Well, it's not my fault. I'm not
Yes,
doing
it
that.
is.
How's it my fault?
DeAndre's not distorting the signal here. The signal's coming to us distorted.
Oh, it's me distorting.
Happy 65th birthday, 65, to Mr. Brian Adams. Why don't you tell us, boys, about Prize Picks? Hopefully, Cappy won't distort.
Oh, yeah, Cappy, listen. So, Prize Picks, you and I got to get on this. There's no NBA today, obviously, but there are some sports that
hockey.
But we can get on.
I was looking at MAC football tonight.
Right, Maction. There's Maction
The Mac
tonight.
Jack.
Yeah, by the way, the college football playoff just came out.
Right.
Where's USC?
They're definitely not there.
We don't have to worry about them this year.
Yeah.
Not in that.
We'll do Tinder here in a second. But, yeah, the college football playoff came out. Here, I can just give you the teams real quick if you give me a second.
Oregon, Ohio State, Georgia, and Miami are the top 4.
Correct. And then
Texas is 5, Penn State 6.
Thank you.
Tennessee 7, Indiana, shocking.
Good
8.
for Indiana, man.
Yeah. Hey, same with BYU at 9.
Yeah.
Notre Dame has worked their way up to 10, Alabama 11, and Boise
By the way,
State 12.
Notre Dame being at 10 when they've lost to Northern Illinois is completely absurd to me.
But they did, they have made a comeback. That's like.
But they lost to a group of 5 team that's not even good.
I agree with you. Hey, listen, speaking of group of 5 teams, this Boise State team.
They're good.
We talked about they just barely lost to Oregon. And they're on fire right now. And, George, I'm going to Boise this weekend.
Yeah.
To see Boise State play Nevada.
Genty?
Yes. Well, I'm actually going to visit my daughter, but I'm going to go to the game.
This guy's travel budget is insane.
Yeah. He is.
I know. I've been on. Well, it's ever since I've become an empty nester.
Yeah.
Yeah?
All I would want to do, it's all I want to do sometimes in life now.
Yeah.
Is be in an empty house watching Columbo and nobody talking to me.
Yeah.
And all you're doing now, you have an empty house.
Right.
You could do all the things you've always wanted to do naked on your couch.
Right.
By yourself.
Right.
And you're going on an airplane every weekend.
Every weekend. Last weekend, I was visiting my daughter at Cal Poly SLO. This week, I'm visiting my daughter at Boise. Yeah, 2 weeks from now, I'm going to visit to see the Rams play the Patriots. I'm on fire right now. I'm unstoppable.
Fire and fuego. So, Cappy, let's talk Prize Picks today. Prize Picks, for those that don't know, look, it's the most simplest thing ever. Cappy's got me on this thing, and I love it. I play it all the time. And you basically can choose from any sport, really. Including darts, right? You love darts.
I do love darts.
But they basically have a statistical line for a particular individual player in that particular sport. So, for example, right? Let's say Caleb Williams, who's not playing so great lately, let's say his more or less number for passing yards is 220. And you just simply say, hey, Caleb Williams, all right, I'm going to select that, more or less. And all you got to do is download the Prize Picks app, use the promo code Cappy, K-A-P-P-Y, and it's that simple. It's as simple as more or less. And in the state of California, it's the only place you can get action on sports.
And if you really want to take advantage, when you download the Prize Picks app and you use the code Cappy, K-A-P-P-Y, and you make your first $5 play, they're going to give you a $50 bonus whether you win or you lose. Now, tonight, George, I'm just going to let you know right now.
Yeah.
I've got a running back by the name of Keon Mosey. He is the running back for the team that's playing against Miami of Ball State. I don't even know which team it is. Miami of Ohio. So, because I didn't know what MOH stood for. Yeah. Miami of Ohio. So I got the running back from I got the running back from Ball State, and I took the running back from Miami of Ohio. Not because I know anything about these guys, just because I wanted some action on the game tonight.
Right. You want to be able to have it on the second screen. I get it. I hear you. So, again, download the Prize Picks app, promo code Cappy, K-A-P-P-Y. Get it on the action. It's the only way you can get action here in the state of California. They got communities, too. I know we flamed our community today. But they've got real communities, okay, with guys like Drewski, okay, the influencer, Sugar Sean O'Malley at the UFC, all sorts of guys in there and ladies playing Prize Picks in their communities.
Prize Picks, run your game.
Absolutely right. At 4:36 on this election night, I like to say night now in the afternoon because the sun goes down.
It is
so early.
Yeah.
It's almost dark.
Almost. Exactly. Quack, quack. Let's do Radio Tinder Time. Hit it. We should play Survivor in the community.
Ooh, I like the Survivor theme.
Radio Tinder Time. We like to play a TV theme. Happy birthday. He started on FX as hosting this computer show in 1994. Yeah. I used to watch it when FX first debuted, and it just ran Batman and Wonder Woman and Dynasty.
Yeah.
Jeff Probst turned 63. After he was done at FX, he went on to host this show. I think it's been on for 25 years. Survivor.
Right.
You can eat bugs and all kinds of stuff. Run around naked on an island. Why not? You can follow her. I almost did a segue. I'm not. You can follow her about bugs at Lindsay Baseball on Twitter, Instagram. Don't forget about our sponsor, Tequila Mandala. Always swipe right on Tequila Mandala. Founded in the city of Downey, just like me. And our friends over there. Did you see the Dia de las Muertas bottle? Oh, my God.
It was
so beautiful.
Unbelievable. The orange one?
Yeah. And Craig Cartosian's going to the Rams game for Monday Night Football. The Dolphins. So if you see
George,
him.
are you still cleaning up because you think it smells like duty?
I got it in my nose.
It smells like duty in there.
Do you want some Afrin? You got to get it out of the nose, out of the nostrils.
It's gross.
You're going to have to, like, cut your nostril
I don't know who pooped
hairs
themselves
tonight.
in this studio, but I'm not taking any.
So you think it came from that seat right there?
Yes, there was a chair.
No, I switched seats.
There
It was
was
the
a
other
chair-
seat that really smelled.
There's
Maybe
a chair
it was
in
Pepe.
here that like continually smelled. I got some room spray from Bath and Body Works.
Is that still around? Oh, Bed Bath & Beyond's out of business,
Yes,
right?
Bath and Body Works is still around.
Yeah. All right, take it away.
Yeah, take it away.
By the way, speaking of Survivor and like the community, that's like my Twitter timeline, and like there's very few survivors left.
that's
well,
right.
we know.
Wow.
Yeah.
Sean Cody, by the way,
I like it
USC's
that way.
own.
Going to join us next.
All-American legend.
Pie Trap Pizza, baby.
All right,
Those big
so
forearms of his.
The NBA earlier today, they announced that they were suspending 76er star Joel Embiid 3 games without pay for, quote, shoving a member of the media.
Yeah.
Of course, that incident happened Saturday in the locker room when the Sixers lost to Memphis, and Joel Embiid took issue with one of the columns that a writer
The guy wrote
about his
he's like a very like mean-spirited columnist. He writes like, kind of like a jerky. He's like a little bit of a jerky.
like guys in the community sometimes, right?
Sort of. But this is way worse. Like he actually referenced like Joel's dead brother and like his kid. Listen, family, unless they're in some sort of legal issue as a journalist, family is off limits, bro.
He made a comment, something along the lines of, listen, if you want to honor your
dead brother,
you
should
to be
play.
Able, you got to be able to play.
Yeah.
Like
You gotta show up to work.
You're always hurt.
Yeah.
So you're not playing.
Which
so
is
you're-
just out of bounds, man.
Well, I mean, listen. Well, let's hear what Lindsay's going to ask.
So the suspension, like I said, was 3 games without pay. Do you think that this was a fair suspension handed down by the NBA?
it was a shove. He shouldn't have put his hands on him. You don't put your hands on anybody. It's very simple, okay? That's very simple. It was dumb. It was not smart by Joel Embiid by any stretch of the imagination. I'm not condoning the behavior. I do understand him being upset, right? Like that part I get, but you can't put your hands on anybody. So 3 games to me is fine. I'm okay with it. Swipe right.
Yeah, I'm also going to swipe right. I mean, 3 games. What did it matter? He's going to miss those 3 games anyway.
Well,
right?
no, those 3 games are going to be tacked on for when he's healthy.
Okay, good. Well, listen, here's the bottom line. You may not like what somebody writes. You may not like what somebody says. You may come and you want to get into that guy's face, and that's okay. But, dude, I'm telling you right now, you're Joel Embiid. You're a big 7-foot, 290-pound dude, and this is a little writer, and just keep your freaking hands to yourself.
Yeah, and look, we've all had, like, conversations that can be uncomfortable with athletes or coaches at times, or even GMs or whatever. And again, as long as it's a conversation, like I think everyone is okay with that. But yeah, putting your hands is just not cool. And also writing about dead family members also.
Yeah, I'm
cool.
not saying that what the writer did was right. I mean, I really don't care very much about the story other than, dude, just keep your hands to yourself, because you see the new thing now is let's always intimidate whoever is asking the question.
Right, but don't write about your dead brother.
By
the dead
saying, but now the new thing is that's a terrible question. That's an unprofessional question. So like now the person who's receiving the question is all of a sudden the expert in asking the question. But keep your hands to yourself.
Fair.
So,
go ahead, Lindsay.
in that regard, after Radio Tinder, at some point in the show, we can get into a little like back and forth LeBron had with.
Oh, he did. I want to get to that.
report.
Yeah, after Sean Cody, LeBron had a back and forth with Dan Wojcicki, I believe, of the LA Times about Anthony Davis's injury situation. So we'll get into all that. And AD actually chimed in too. By the way, Radio Tinder presented by our friends, as Chris mentioned, presented by our friends.
Whoa, what's going on over there?
I had to kind of
He had
reset.
espresso today.
Yeah. No, I did not have any
Okay,
espresso
just
actually
kidding.
today. Radio Tinder is presented by our friends at Tequila Mandala. Always swipe right at Tequila Mandala. Award-winning small batch premium sipping tequila made from the finest mature agaves, available everywhere fine tequilas are sold. So visit their website tequilamandala.com and demand the extraordinary with Tequila Mandala. Go ahead. What's next?
DeAndre has the next one. Sorry.
DeAndre.
All right,
DeAndre.
so I saw something really interesting yesterday. The Miami Heat raised a banner yesterday, and it was in regards to Bam Adebayo winning with Team USA this summer. Is something like that worthy to be raised in the Raptors?
They've done it for everybody. Everybody who's won a gold medal. Dwayne Wade, LeBron James, Alonzo Mourning, Tim Hardaway, now Bam Adebayo twice.
Are they the only team that does that?
They might be, but they raise a banner. Pat Riley is incredibly patriotic. Like, he is Mr. America. You know what I mean? Like, you know, he's like Lunch Pail, Schenectady, New York. Like, for all the Showtime Lakers stuff and Armani, slicked hair, he is Lunch Pail, okay? So, like, he loves America. So, yeah, they might be the only team that does it, but they definitely have been doing that for decades there.
Imagine if the Lakers did that for every Olympic.
For every Olympian, they haven't.
Olympic
I mean,
champion.
they've had LeBron, they've had Kobe, they've had Anthony Davis. because it really was a more recent phenomenon. Magic.
They would have had Magic, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like.
I feel like you'd run out of space.
Yeah, but I feel like that's kind of it. You know
I mean,
what
DeAndre, the way you asked
could
the
be wrong,
question,
but-
it kind of sounds like, do you think that they should do something like
Lamar
this?
Odom was one.
You know, or like, is it worth it? Actually, I kind of think it's cool. You know, I mean, why not honor your players that go and represent the U.S. and bring home gold? Why not honor them with something in the rafters? I mean, it's not like, listen, the Miami Heat have won some championships, but they don't have 17 or 18 of them. So, listen, you got to fill up a little bit of space up there.
on the Heat.
So they're not gonna. They're not.
He's
gonna
gonna get
run out
mad
of
about the
space.
statue because it didn't look like Dwayne Wade.
Oh,
Then he's
I-
gonna defend Dwayne.
but I
Hey,
said it.
D Wade, my guy. It's gonna be a whole thing.
Well, Lindsay,
it's
why
election
don't
night.
you-
We don't have
you
time
got-
for this.
You got to find like something that says Miami. This is for you. You know, I mean, George doesn't like it when you talk Cleveland. He doesn't like it when I talk Padres.
I don't
now
care
he
about
goes off
talking
on
about.
the Heat.
I never.
time out.
You
George
guys talk
loves
more,
Cleveland.
You guys talk more about Miami than I do.
George loves Cleveland, and there's proof of that.
Let's give it up for the Cleveland Cavaliers. That's true. I gave them a
When was
championship.
that
That was from they won the summer league
Yeah, they
championship.
won the Summer League championship, and
I
he
handed over the
presented them
trophy.
the trophy.
I handed them a trophy. Let's give it up for the Cleveland Cavaliers.
I was like, oh, come on. Like, that's
Beautiful, man. Beautiful.
By the
All
way, speaking of Dwayne Wade's statue,
Like, that's crazy. I can't believe that. Who is that guy?
I mean, it wasn't good, George.
are they going to
Not at
redo
all.
it? Are they going to fix that, George?
He was the one that he chose that thing.
I mean, he didn't sculpt it.
No, but he was there. Rachel Nichols did a thing online. He was there a bunch of times to see it. Like, so it.
He probably thought, like, eventually they're going to fix this thing, right?
It
He didn't want to be
sounded like
rude.
he was like definitely like, who is that guy? Like,
I mean,
why
it's,
is that
you know,
funny?
it's the guy who did the Kobe statue.
The Kobe statue looks
looks
good.
like him.
No, and the Jordan one.
The Jordan one, but this one, the
But
Kobe
what
one
he
is good.
said he wanted like an artistic,
Oh, it was
vision.
artistic.
I'm
Oh, yeah,
saying, but
yeah, it
he
was.
said he didn't want it to. Like that's his.
That's
vision.
what he said.
That's
I don't
exactly
know.
what
it
he
looks
said.
like
statue.
Dwayne,
What
it
the
looks
hell
like
do I care?
Dwayne Wade's body with
Like,
Bernard
that's
Hopkins'
crazy. I
face.
can't believe that. Who is that guy?
Telling you, it looks like Bernard Hopkins.
All right,
Go look
that-
at Bernard Hopkins
that's
online. You'll see.
Radio Tinder.
Sean Cody's coming up with those nice forearms.
Yeah, exactly. But before that, Cappy, tell us about your friend Avner Gadd, who may also have nice forearms.
Does he?
has
You
very
think he's got nice forearms?
He does. No, he has nice forearms. They're proportional to his body. I mean, Sean Cody has Popeye forearms. You know, what can I tell you? That's how you become an all-pro. Listen, today I posted a video on Instagram about Avner Gadd. And it was actually the last time Avner was in studio, and he gave us this great advice. He said, look, take one day out of your year, go around your house and snap up pictures. Here's my car in the garage. Here's this piece of art that I have in my house. Here's a nice watch that I have. Here's a safe, and it's got some personal mementos. Whatever you have in your house, you have to be able to prove to an insurance company that you actually had these things. So in case of a fire, or if there was a theft at your home, or if there was massive water damage, you need to be able to prove to the homeowner's insurance company that you have this. So Avner, he was in studio. We did this video. I posted it today. And I thought it was really interesting because somebody said, hey, you know what? I'm so tired of paying my homeowner's insurance company, and then when I depend on them, they're not there for me. That's the issue that you might face, and if that is the case, that's when you call Avner Gadd. Avner Gadd is a public adjuster. He's on your side. He makes sure you get the best results, not the homeowner's insurance company. So if you find yourself in this situation where you feel like you're being taken advantage of by your homeowner's insurance company when you've been paying them that premium every month, you call Avner Gadd. 818-917-5256, 818-917-5256, AvnerGatt.com, AVNERGAT, AvnerGatt.com. You call, Avner answers. You'll know it's him when you hear famous words, hello.
Hey, football fans, there is nothing sweeter than a cold glass of Stella Rosa and watching your team compete. But Stella Rosa wants to make it even sweeter and hook you up with the chance to win an experience to the biggest game of the college football season. You could win 2 tickets to the game, airfare, and a hotel for you and a friend. Head over to ESPNLADreamTicket.com to enter the Dream Ticket Sweepstakes presented by Stella Rosa, America's favorite semi-sweet, semi-sparkling wine. Please celebrate responsibly. Must be 21 or older to enter.
Visit realfathersrights.com/710. That's REEL. Realfathersrights.com/710 or call 323-870-1611. That's 323-870-1611. Real Fathers Rights, the Father's Rights Attorneys.
One 877 Cards for Kids. KARS Cards for Kids. 1-877 Cards for Kids. Donate your card today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Donate your car today at carsforkids.org. Your car, running or not, can be picked up as soon as the next day. No title? No problem. Call 877 Cars for Kids or go online at carsforkids.org to donate today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Now accepting donations of land, homes, buildings, or any kind of real estate.
Paid for by Cars for Kids.
Gear up and get out to Kelsey's at Pachanga, the top spot in the Temecula Valley to watch all the Monday night football action. Dozens of TVs means all your favorite games, plus a M&F food menu fit for the greatest fans. Sliders, loaded tater tots, pulled pork pizza, and a lot more. Plus, you'll find beers on tap and incredible craft cocktails at Kelsey's. Visit Pachanga.com and follow at Pachanga Casino on Instagram for info about special and exclusive NFL team appearances. We'll see you at Kelsey's at Pachanga.
This is the Doctor in the Dugout with Dr. Alan Byer, presented by Hoag Orthopedic Institute.
I'm often asked about people who suffer their first back injury, think they've pulled a muscle in their back, and they don't stretch enough as far as their back is concerned. So when do you seek care from a doctor when you've sustained a back injury? At Hoag Orthopedic Institute, we like to tell people that the most important thing is to watch and see if that back pain is radiating down your leg, causing any numbness, causing any weakness, or any bowel or bladder dysfunction. These are surgical problems usually and require a more urgent visit to the emergency room rather than waiting to see the doctor. If none of these signs are present, it's safe to wait it out, rest for a few days, and seek medical care from your doctor within a week or so. Hope that helps. Keep stretching your back. If that doesn't get better in a week or 10 days, that's when it's time to seek the orthopedic specialist. Hope this keeps you on the field, and keep listening. We'll be back soon.
Keep listening for more on the road to recovery right here on 710 ESPN.
Are you ready to make a difference for the environment while helping the visually impaired at the same time? Then donate your vehicle to Heritage for the Blind today by calling 1-800-983-6530. Every donated vehicle will either be properly recycled in an eco-friendly manner or given a new life through reuse. Donating your vehicle is easy. Simply call 1-800-983-6530 and Heritage for the Blind will do the rest. They'll even arrange for your vehicle to be picked up at no cost to you. And for a limited time, when you donate your car, you'll receive a $200 restaurant voucher and a 2-night, 3-day hotel stay at one of 50 locations. Call 1-800-983-6530 right now to schedule your vehicle donation and make a positive impact on the environment while helping others. Heritage for the Blind, where every car donation counts and every person makes a difference. Call 1-800-983-6530 now. This advertisement is paid for by Heritage for the Blind.
9 minutes in front of 5 o'clock. Sedano Kap on a live imaging Tuesday. It is election day. Polls close at 8 p.m. tonight in California. Be sure to get out there and vote. We are electing a new president. Plus, as Sedano said earlier, a lot of local stuff.
Local stuff matters more.
Yes, on this day in 1996, Tupac released his fifth and final album. This was on at this joint. Producer D, right?
Right.
To Live and Die in L.A. By the way, if you wanted to vote on who's got the best forearms in USC athletics history, I think there's no doubt that it is the All-American, the USC legend, the one and only Sean Cody, who joins us for his weekly visit.
Yeah, and of course, you can. Well, actually, I haven't talked to him in a while because we've had all the preemptions or whatever, and we haven't been around. So basically, Sean Cody, who again USC legend, as you mentioned, you can hear him.
You mentioned the forearms.
He has huge forearms.
What do you love about his forearms?
They're
Like, what,
just-
are they hairy?
No, they're just big and massive.
Well, you said they were like Popeye, basically, Cappy. That's what
I
you
mean,
said.
yeah, but I mean, Chris is like fixated on these forearms.
Like if we were at Pie Trap Pizza with Sean Owens with his brother, and we're making pizzas in the
Pie
back,
Trap
and then
Pizza.
he just said, "Hey, Chris, can you touch my forearm?" I'd do it.
I mean, if you took Sean Cody's forearms, and earlier today you were talking about having Big E's hands rubbing all over you.
Yeah,
if you took Sean Cody's forearms and Big E's hands, you got yourself a boyfriend.
It's election night. I get frisky.
And by the way, Pie Trap Pizza, 720 Arrow Highway in Covina. So the great Sean Cody, you can catch up every Saturday as well with Pete Arbogast on the USC broadcast. So, Sean, it's been a minute since you've been on because of whatever preemptions we've had because of play-by-play. Like, dude, it's all gone to hell since the last time we spoke to you. What the hell's going on?
Oh, yeah, man. The Trojans are reeling a little bit. And guys, first and foremost, the forearms, I think what Chris loves about them is the vascularity of the forearm.
no doubt.
They are vascular, my friend.
Yeah, a good vascular forearm.
The way the veins go down that sucker.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, guys, trouble in Trojan land for sure. It's just can't find a way to get a road win, guys, and have been in so many tight road ball games and just can't find that play to get them over the top. And so I that's why I think, I don't know if everybody's heard, but Jada Mayava looks like this week during the bye week is going to take over and get ready for that Nebraska game coming up.
All right, so Sean, let's talk about this. When you decide to bench your starting quarterback, Miller Moss, you just mentioned this young man that's a first-year transfer. Is he in from UNLV? Is that where he came in from?
Yes.
Okay. Sean, why do you bench Miller Moss right now? What is your analysis as to why they do it right now?
Well, obviously, guys, it's not all Miller Moss's fault. This is a team effort, and there's guys out there that aren't getting it done too. But when you're the quarterback at USC and you're not getting wins, and you've thrown some interceptions and had some turnovers in some crucial moments, and you got to find 2 more wins in these last 3 games to get to a bowl game. I think a spark was kind of needed with this team. It's kind of like, what are we fighting for here? And I think if you're Lincoln Riley, you're fighting to get into a bowl game, and you got to make sure your whole team is on board. And maybe you need a little spark here, and that's why I think you see that quarterback change during this week. It's obviously a bye week, so you get a little more time to work with him and make sure he's in sync with the offense. But yeah, I think it's to create a spark for these last 3 weeks where you got to find 2 wins against either Nebraska, UCLA, or Notre Dame to get into a bowl game. And
Jaden, Cappy, to your point, I told you when they brought him in, I was very impressed, because I had his bowl game against Kansas last year. They played in that bowl game that they play at the Diamondback Stadium. And I thought he was good. I thought, oh, well, this will be a real quarterback competition, and it clearly was. And Miller
Who did they
won.
play, George, in that game?
Kansas.
You recall? Okay, got it.
Yeah, who was a very good team last year. So he played well in the game. Kansas ended up winning, but he played well. And I was impressed that they would bring him in. I thought, he may win the job, but Miller Moss clearly impressed and had a better grasp of the system. He's now been here, Jaden, for Mayava for a while now, and I would imagine Lincoln Riley sees these guys every day. He knows who he's got. And, Sean, I think that's the thing. And I know that Miller's mom went to Twitter and all that, and I don't love the family doing that stuff.
What'd she say?
She posted a meme that said the search for a scapegoat is the easiest of all hunting expeditions. It's a Dwight Eisenhower quote.
Thank you for telling me that, because I would not have known.
Yeah. I definitely know you wouldn't.
Yeah,
but
I'm sorry. You'll have to excuse my American history lesson.
Here's the thing. I mean, Sean, you've been around this game for a long time. These guys watch these guys all the time. And it's not only just a spark, it's this. If you're going to do it and you're going to make the switch, this is the time to do it because of the bye. And he has to know that this kid could be better, at least right now, than Miller's playing.
Yeah. Jaden's obviously his journey to USC was, right before spring. So he gets in right before spring, and you go into spring, and by all accounts, he struggled during spring. No surprise that you just get in there, you're trying to figure out an offense. So struggles during spring, has a summer workout program, and then fall, by all accounts, battled Miller for that spot, and obviously Miller comes out on top. But as this thing goes along, I'm sure Jaden gets a ton of reps as far as scout team and gets to impress as far as that matters. So I'm sure you've heard it, rumbling behind the scene, I guess, all year. Anytime, the Trojans don't get a win, it's, we want to change the quarterback. Jaden's playing well at practice or whatnot. So you hear those kind of things. But, you're sticking with your guy. And when you got a spot like this, and like I said, you get that spark and find a way. It seems like Jaden might have. I also think he might help in one of the aspects is, he's got some tremendous feet on him. He can run too. So I think there's another aspect of the game, another layer that can bring that, that RPO action where he can pull it in that run game, and you might have a threat right there in the run game. So maybe Lincoln's thinking around those manners that, we can add another layer to the offense because, to some extent the offense has struggled in not getting that quarterback run game, which Lincoln Riley has become really accustomed for doing.
Right. I mean, he had, Connor Murray. Obviously, he's had a number of different guys that can move too. But here's the thing, and I would love to ask you this in regards to the player perspective. You can't fool the guys on the team. And there's already been guys like a Jacoby Lane who put on social media how happy he is for Jaden. The guys there know too. And if you're Lincoln Riley, you have to, if you're going to make that change, you make that change knowing that you'll have the support of the locker room, right?
Yeah, you got to know the locker room. That's what it comes down to. The head coach knows, he probably has a feel for that. He probably has a group of guys, a group of seniors, or a group of leaders on that team he can turn to and get a pulse.
How am I going to get in on this?
What's going to go in on that thing? So it's just you got to look at the leaders there, and I'm sure they got guys who are feeling that this might be the move to make, and I'm sure he's got a pulse of the locker room to say, all right, guys, this is the time to do it and get everybody on board because we're going to back our guy Jaden as this thing closes out.
George, you probably just heard me say, how am I going to get in on this? What I want to say is this. I'm going to disagree with both of you guys. I actually think Miller Moss is being scapegoated. I disagree with you, George, that if they saw what the other kid was doing in practice all the time, they should have made the move a lot earlier. And I will tell you guys this. I think in today's day and age of college football, Sean, you've got to try and keep guys around. And at this point of the season, when you've lost this many games, it's time for you to see what somebody else has because you don't want to lose this kid, Jaden, to transferring again. I don't think you have to worry about Miller Moss. He's a guy that's been loyal to USC. What do you think about that? That you don't start this kid so that you don't lose him in the transfer portal.
Well, I think there's that piece, and another piece to this is if Jaden goes out there and kills it, there's going to be an uproar to say, hey, why wasn't this guy in? Why weren't we doing this before? So there's going to be a little bit of that. So the way the portal works now and the way kids are transferring, there's so many layers to how you treat your starting quarterback, how you treat your backup quarterback, how you're talking about the young recruits that are coming in. So it's always a layered. It's not just about one guy. It's trying to figure out, okay, for next year, what are we going to have in the bank? Are we going to have this guy? Are we going to have this guy? Or is the recruit going to stay on if we keep this guy and he knows he's good? So there's just so many layers to this. And when you play bad football and when you don't capture wins, it even gets a little trickier. So Lincoln Riley's got quite a puzzle here to put together to not just to finish this season, but how is this thing going to look moving forward into next year, and what quarterback's going to be in play?
Yeah. All right, let's talk Pie Trap Pizza, okay, in Covina. I mentioned it earlier. Make sure you get out there. It's the best pizza joint in town. There's no doubt about that. 720 Arrow Highway in Covina. What's the pizza pie for the week?
All right, guys, we've had a lot of pizza pies already, but we're in football season now. Dodgers World Series, we did it, right? We won it all, but now we're in football season. And football season means the Pie Trap has got the wings going right now, guys. We got lots of wings. We got your buffalo, we got your garlic parm, we got your lemon pepper. We're brining those suckers for 2 days, getting them nice and ready and frying up crispy to order. So we're getting into football season, and we got those wings on deck for you guys. So any flavor you guys want, come on in. You can get them dry too and dip it in the sauce. I know that's the way Morales likes them. So that's that's the way you got to get in there and get those wings from it.
Dude, I got to tell you right now, those lemon peppers sound fire. I like them dry too. So lemon peppers sound pretty damn good.
Yeah. No doubt about it.
Got to get the lemon pepper.
Pie Trap Pizza in Covina. Check it out. Go to their website. You can get down there, have some of the best pizza in town. You're the man, Sean Cody. Thank you so much. You and your forearms can go rest for the rest of the evening.
I'm going to go toss some wings with these forearms, fellas.
All right, man. See you. There he is. The great Sean
I really
Cody.
think they scapegoated this kid. I really do, man.
I mean, good Lord. You like snapped at DeAndre because all I said, we're running out of time. Just make sure Cappy gets the last question.
It's not what he said to me.
What did I say? I said, tell Cappy we have one more question.
Yeah, I said, hey, Cap, we got one more question.
It's not what he said.
He said George wants to do one more question.
No, I didn't want to do
but,
one.
But I think he meant
That's exactly what he said.
Hold on.
I said, let me get a follow-up, and you said, George wants a follow-up, and then I said, tell Cappy that one more question.
Right, but what DeAndre said was George wants to do one more question.
I think, that's what you said,
and the reason I said what I said is because
I looked at your lips. You didn't look like you said
that's
that.
exactly what he said.
George said one
okay.
more question, which I can't talk to Cappy down the line because he has not changed the stupid Comrex that he's on.
Yeah, Cappy, by the way, Comrex 7, starting on Friday, is going away. It's being dedicated to something that has to be 24/7, so you got to fix that.
Well,
we got to fix
that.
Because I can't talk down the line.
But I heard you
Cap.
screaming at DeAndre. What the hell?
Hold on. I want to put my foot down. Hold on real quick.
Go ahead.
I
Play
said
the tape.
George wants
Play
to
the
do
tape. Oh, wait, never mind.
one
It's not
more.
on
I
the
said
air.
George wants to do one more question. I did not say
You said
he wants to do. I said George said we have time for one more question.
You said George said one more question.
Right.
One more question. That means in total. In total.
But okay.
I
said that. I said that to you. Just repeated what I said, which is what I said. But I could see how you would misunderstand that as I wanted another question.
And the reason
but why did you yell at him?
No. The reason well, first of all, because I thought I was off the air. The second reason is because
because that. You know what? Don't make me start with you like I did with the Circle to start
You're
this
banned from
freaking
the
show.
circle too, Cappy.
No, I'm not banned from the circle. No ban. No ban. No ban from the circle.
Do you think if your forearms are vascular, other things are vascular?
Focus.
Yeah, focus.
Jesus, man. Jeez.
For what it's worth, Cappy, I would have just said, one more question, let's wrap.
Yeah.
Then you would have been like, oh, okay, I get
All
one
right,
more
whatever.
question.
It's fine. You said what I said, which is fine, and I can see how you would misinterpret it. But good Lord, you didn't have to
Well,
get all bent out of shape.
is only because I
Got your
really
panties
feel
in a
like
bunch.
I feel like you guys both had an interesting point, and I had a very serious counterpoint, which was I think Miller Moss
Right,
is
and
being
that was the
scapegoated.
whole point. I was trying to let you get your counterpoint.
Right, but DeAndre did not communicate it that way.
DeAndre needed to put his foot down as the person
He
talking back to
communicated
you
it the
and
way
just
I
say,
said, which was
Yes.
my fault.
Come on,
Prefaced
DeAndre.
it with George said, but you should have just been like, one more question, Cappy, wrap. That's what you should have said.
You just yell at him next
on,
time.
DeAndre.
Yell
Next
right
time-
back
next
at his
time-
ass.
Next time I'm going to yell at your ass, Cap.
No,
There
yell
you
at
go.
me.
Put your foot down, you know?
Yeah, yell at me, dude.
All
I
right.
can take it. I'm a
Can you
big
tell us
boy.
about Sellers Advantage?
All right,
He's not
listen.
a failure, Eric.
You're listening to. He's not a failure, Eric. All right, we're over.
This
the
has been a
break.
great day.
I got your back, Cappy.
We're over the break. All right, let's get to the Lakers. AD, LeBron got into it with a reporter too yesterday. A fun-ish back and forth.
Any reporters get their asses handed to them?
No, nobody pushed anybody, so they're not getting suspended. So let's get into that.
Touchdown!
Next.
Hey, if you want to sell your home, DeAndre, can I do this right here, right now?
Yes.
Okay. Hey,
Jerk
if,
face.
if you want to sell your home, let's talk about seller's advantage. Look, we've discussed this. Everybody has a different reason for wanting to sell their house. Some people want to downsize. Some people are ready to move out of the state. Some people can't get homeowners insurance. Some people have a home that was left to them. They don't want to pay property taxes. They don't want to live there. You have your own reasons for selling your house, okay? Whatever your reason is, Seller's Advantage has a custom solution that's going to fit your needs. They're going to make you a competitive cash offer. No repairs needed. You don't have to paint the walls. You don't have to clean the carpets. You don't have to move your stuff out. Nothing. They're going to make you a competitive cash offer. No repairs needed. No complicated closing process. No contracts falling through. Seller's Advantage is going to make it easy for you. They've been doing it for sellers for decades. They've got all the reviews to prove it. Call them today. You get a no obligation offer. 888-390-AS-IS. 888-390-AS-IS. 888-390-2747. SellersAdvantage.com. Dr. Dre, number 01961658.
After a 3-0 loss in Vancouver, the Black and Gold find themselves in a do-or-die match Friday night.
We have no one to blame but ourselves, and we will look to correct those mistakes this week in training and try to finish out the series on Friday.
A spot in the Western Conference semifinals is on the line in a decisive Game 3 at BMO Stadium.
We know our fans are amazing, and we're going to do everything we can to bring a win at home and move on to the next round.
Los Angeles Football Club versus Vancouver Whitecaps. Pre-game begins Friday night at 7 p.m. on the ESPN LA app.
No turkey? No stuffing? No gravy? Oh no! Tell me it's not too late! Tell me it's not too late! Now your top reasons to visit Morongo.
Get a 16-inch hard-shell roller suitcase when you earn 500 points on your rewards card. The 12th.
Number 2.
Veterans Day freebie. Rewards members get a free military rubber duck. The 11th.
And the number 1 reason.
Just hilarious. Live January 11th.
Morongo. Good times.
This is the city, Los Angeles, California.
It's 5 p.m. in the Southland.
Turn it up, man.
Time to blow that 5 o'clock whistle with Sedano and Cappy.
That's right, it's the 5 o'clock hour on Sedano and Cap. And it's time for 30 minutes non-stop.
Sedano and Cap on 710 ESPN.
With fun and frivolity, tomfoolery and hijinks, and Cappy doing his thing, thanks to our friends at Real Father's Rights. Real Father's Rights, the father's rights attorney. Visit realfathersrights.com or call 951-482-7517. Let's do it, 5 o'clock in the Southland.
30 minutes of non-stop Sedano and Cap starts now.
You ready for this? And time for the Real Father's Rights 5 o'clock hour on 710 ESPN. Let's do it, Jack. Election night is on. We're going to make you laugh. We're going to make you smile. But if you haven't voted yet, polls are open until 8 p.m. in the Southland. Go vote. Local issues matter a lot more than the president does. That's not a political statement. That's fact, Jack.
Yeah, for real, because you have more control over that.
And we are electing a new president. So be sure to vote. Go to your polling place. Get your sticker.
I'm worried. My polling place always runs out of stickers.
I had my sticker came in the mail.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's a good trick. If you get the absentee ballot, even if you don't use it, you could save it.
But last election, the last two, I worked at the polling place. I volunteered, and I was like, at 7 p.m., I was like,
Nice
guys,
of you.
what are we doing? We're running out of stickers. No, we're not. I said, no, we're running out of stickers, sucker.
I got to tell you something right now. I vote like I play Prize Picks. So in Prize
Is
Picks,
there one thing you can do without working in a partner? You know, people give me a hard time that I'm always mentioning a partner on my social media, which I am. But can you just let the founders of this country didn't want Prize Picks involved in election day?
Says you. But here's the thing you don't know. If back then, if in the 1700s there were smartphones and there were apps, I got to tell you something right now. The founding fathers would have all played Prize Picks, but here's my point.
They would have said something like more or less for the Electoral College in Indiana.
Well, this is my point.
Indiana wasn't around yet, but
I go more. I always play more because I'm a positive person.
Yeah.
When I went to vote,
except when you're yelling at DeAndre.
Well, I really didn't yell at DeAndre. I thought
When
it was
am I
off
going to
the
be
air.
able to get in there?
Well, I had an opposing viewpoint.
Well, you did yell, though.
It was
Well,
funny.
it was just
When am I
because
going to
thought
get my
it
turn?
Yeah. Well, I'll just
I
say
want
this
it
right now.
now.
Every once in a while, those old San Diego shades come out.
Oh.
I'll just say this. When I voted the other day, I read through all of the things, like all the different local initiatives.
Yeah.
And it seemed like every one of them I was like this. Oh.
That seems
sounds like-
nice.
that sounds like a nice idea.
Yeah.
Okay.
You got to know how it's written, though.
Right.
It's
right.
so confusing, the wording.
You got to know the
so
wording.
I didn't go to like the booklet that came with
You
it where
should.
it really
why would you
describes
do
it.
such a thing?
No,
Yeah.
of course not. So I was like,
it took me like an hour to fill
oh
out my
no,
ballot.
it took me no time. I was like, oh, that sounds nice.
Because
You
I
should do
actually
that.
was reading about
Right.
stuff.
So
Yes.
I was pretty much going more on every single thing.
Well, when there's another gas tax, well, thank you, Cappy.
Yeah. Okay. Let me know.
Yeah. All right, Cappy, let's talk Lakers here real quick because we've screwed up the clock. But anyway, it's what's new.
You know what, George? Oh, it's been worth it because your rant at the beginning of today's broadcast.
That didn't screw up the clock, really. Really was the
no, but it was
interview.
the energy. It created the energy.
Yeah.
And I can see now, like Dead Meow is all pissed off.
Oh, he's
he thinks,
mad.
He thinks he's banned from the YouTube chat.
I don't even touch the YouTube.
Dude,
so
I don't know how
even
to ban anybody from
man.
any YouTube anything.
If you went
okay.
to YouTube,
Right. I don't know how to ban anybody. And then now, Big O, okay, Mr. Sacco, he's now pissed off.
What's he pissed off
Because he's
about?
like, oh, what? You guys can't take bits? Oh, you're so soft. So now,
Again.
You know what? This guy, by the way, and I don't want to get into
No,
too much.
but
to
that
do
was
it.
like 2 hours ago. He's fine now.
Oh, he is now? He's okay?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He's back to cool now?
He's fine.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
Because Chris was about to go off on him.
Right.
Oh, I've been waiting for a while.
All right.
But I'll let it go because I'm a nice guy.
Can we talk
Nice
about
guy.
the godforsaken Lakers for a second?
I mean, talking about the Lakers is like talking about the Raiders right now.
No.
You can smell doo-doo before you see it.
What are you
It's a
talking
long
about?
season, Cap. I mean, even me who loves to do a bit about LeBron and stuff, I mean, it's November.
I mean, for the love of God. I mean, so apparently AD got a little banged up, right, yesterday?
Which, by the way, did you know that Anthony Davis had been dealing with an ankle injury all summer long? Did you know that?
I did not know that until it was revealed, yes.
I did not know that either. But yesterday, Anthony Davis was like, oh, yeah, I hurt my ankle. But, I've been dealing with this all summer. How is it that nobody knows that he's been dealing with an ankle injury all summer long and then he lands on it wrong against Detroit and all of a sudden he's hurt? But it's not new. He'd been dealing with it all summer.
Yeah. Well, it was getting better probably, but he was because you know why? He's tired of people calling him street clothes Davis. So he plays through this stuff.
There is no doubt, in my opinion, that he has played through injury because he's tired of taking the public beatdown.
Correct.
By the media.
Yeah.
And he's probably pushed through when in previous years he's been like, I don't have to play. I mean, I'm hurt. There's nothing I can do. Now, because he gets beat up on so much, he's like, I'm going to go out there and give it everything I got because I'm tired of being insulted by everybody.
Right. And he wants to be, and JJ has empowered him to be the kind of the I guess the center piece, right, in a lot of ways. So I think that also it gives him his opportunity to be like, hey, yeah, I at this stage of my career, I can be the best player on both sides of the court, and I got to show that, right? So I think all those things come into play. But anyway, so he gets banged up, right? And Dan Wojcicki, who's a good journalist, of the LA Times, been there for a long time, he asks LeBron a question, and he kind of implied something about AD's injury, or he asked LeBron a question that, and Dan asked great questions, but this one was not great in the way he framed it. It was kind of like an obvious response from LeBron, and LeBron basically called him on that. So let's hear it.
Yeah.
What's that going to mean for this team?
What, if AD's out?
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean?
I mean,
What do you want me to ask you?
okay, I guess how concerned are you? How concerned are you?
I don't know. I'm going second by second.
If he's out for a stretch.
Yeah, I don't want to play the if game. I'm gonna go off what AD tells and see how he feels over the next couple of days and go from there. But I'm gonna take a rocket science and know AD's in. Come on.
I mean, I'm not one to defend LeBron, but come on. Damn.
It was not the greatest question. And I say this respectfully because he's really good at his job. And we all screw up. I mean, I do it sometimes even on national television. I'll ask the question the wrong way. So I get it. But yeah, and by the way, you kind of heard and you heard AD in the background kind of say, "I'm not out." You know what I mean? Yeah. So it just was a tough spot.
Well, I mean, listen, I think LeBron makes a valid point, which is the answer to the question.
Right, which is it's not good.
Right. If Anthony Davis is out for an extended period of time, that is going to be a major problem for the Lakers.
Correct.
So it doesn't take, as LeBron said, it doesn't take a rocket scientist or, in my case, a basketball savant, as he has called me in the past.
Correct.
It doesn't take a basketball savant to figure out that if Anthony Davis is hurt, if Anthony Davis is out for an extended period of time, that is going to change things significantly.
Correct.
And when you're talking to a player after they just got their asses handed to them by the lowly Detroit Pistons, who as young kids went out there and made the Lakers kind of look old, made them look like tired.
Well, they were tired. They played tired. Yeah.
You know, it's funny you say that because I was watching the television broadcast of the game last night. I wasn't listening to Johnny I and Michael Thompson at this point during the game.
But did you see the part where Stu was going he was going at Austin Reeves for complaining and then got teed up? Is that what you're going to refer to?
No, no. But I'd like to hear more about that because I don't remember that part of the game.
Yeah.
But here's what happened, and it hadn't occurred to me. But Bill McDonald had made a point about how the road trip had been going on for some time.
Yeah.
And I was like, geez, come on, Bill. It's pretty early in the season here, man. But the road trip has been such that they've been in Cleveland. They were in Phoenix, then Cleveland, then Toronto, then Detroit.
Right.
So it's 4 games on the road already, and they've still got a 5th.
Yeah.
And McDonald said on Billy Mack, my boy, listen, he made this point. He goes, it kind of feels like we've been on the road for a month. When he said that as a broadcaster, I thought to myself, if he feels like they've been on the road for a month.
What do the players feel like?
Exactly.
Right? Yeah.
Exactly.
But the Pistons came in that game already on a back-to-back.
Right.
They traveled to Brooklyn, and then had to go back to Detroit.
Right, but they're young legs, man.
And
but
moreover,
I
feel you.
But it's things that you can't coach.
Well,
energy and effort. They went out there and had no energy.
No energy.
By the way, I want to say this.
And by the way, D, I thought you made a great point in our group chat yesterday. Like when we were talking about what was happening, you talked about
they're getting killed on the glass, and and the little things.
Right.
The little things you can't coach.
Amen, D. And I want to say this right now. And I don't know if this is for public consumption, but I can say it.
Oh, okay.
Producer D is taking a step up when it comes to his basketball knowledge because he will be the new host of Lakers Talk Daily.
Oh,
5
nice,
days a
Big
week
D.
at
Or
ESPN
DeAndre.
Los Angeles
Sorry.
on YouTube.
Force of habit.
what time?
It's streaming.
No, I know, but
What
is it
time
not
is it
like
gonna
the
be?
Blue Review?
No, we don't do it live. We do it.
We
It's a
tape.
standalone.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, way to go, D.
Yeah.
Congrats,
Appreciate
D.
it.
Way to go, man. You
Appreciate
deserve it. You deserve it.
I
Hey,
mean,
but-
listen, you know ball. You know ball. I mean,
He knows ball. And he's
I don't know
gonna
if he
give
knows ball or
He's
not.
going to give it
Let's
to you
not
every
go
day.
crazy.